Rams pregame show starts now.
And a very pleasant good morning from Brennan Klein Memorial Field. Glad to have you with us on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. As the Mount Vernon Rams will play 2 today against the St. Anthony Bulldogs. Bulldogs come in here defending 1A state champions. We'll talk more about that on your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Landers Collision Center's, of course, big or small. Landers fixes and now details them all. Of course, a beautiful day for high school baseball. We'll tell you about the weather forecast when we come back. We need to slip out for a quick break. This is Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
I'm Kevin Snyder with a look at your next rad weather. For the afternoon, it will be partly sunny and milder, high around 60. A mainly clear and chilly night tonight with a low of 43. Then tomorrow, breezy and warmer, partly sunny with a high 75. Variably cloudy and warm Monday with a shower or thunderstorm around in the afternoon, high of 73. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
The Motor City reclaims its name with the 2013 Chrysler 200. Hi, Roy Schmidt Chrysler dealer at King City Chrysler Center, Mount Vernon. The Chrysler 200 has a great classy design. The lines and curves create a precise, chiseled profile. LED tail lamps eliminate attention to detail, and each Chrysler 200 wheel choice adds a different finishing touch to the vehicle's overall design. Right now, we are offering our own finishing touch with great incentives. Choose $3,000 in customer cash or choose 0% financing for 72 months. Wow! We have over 30 Chrysler 200s in stock, all having been awarded the IIHS Top Safety Pick. Browse our entire inventory at KingCityChrysler.com or come see one of our associates at King City Chrysler Center, 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, and don't forget to find us on Facebook.
America is a nation on wheels. Everyone has at least one automobile. We use them for shopping, work, everything we do. But they can be a threat. Some accidents can't be prevented. Your professional Pekin Insurance Agency, Page Insurance on Crownview in Mount Vernon, can help protect you from a large financial loss when an accident happens. Call Page Insurance today at 242-7000 about low-cost auto insurance from Pekin Insurance. Ask them about the many money-saving discounts that are available. Depend on your hometown professionals. Pekin Insurance.
You're listening to Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
And we welcome you back to the Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Landers Collision Center didn't just expand in Mount Vernon, they expanded their service. Not only do they fix all vehicles big or small, they now detail them too. Ask about detailing for life. Next time you have a collision at Landers Collision Center, it's 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside the 12-5 Mount Vernon Rams hosting the defending 1A state champion St. Anthony Bulldogs. We'll have 2 for you today. It'll be a beautiful day with sunny skies, winds out of the west-southwest about 14, and temperatures hovering around 51 degrees, getting up to about 55 at points today. But here in the shade won't be nearly as warm, but still a beautiful day for high school baseball, and what we hope will be a good test for the Rams with the defending 1A state champs.
When you bring in a quality team like that, obviously state championship lineage last year, a team coming down, this is 1A versus 3A, and it's obviously not the same team that was last year with St. Anthony, but still a prideful program looking to defend the mantle of that 1A state championship. And the doubleheader today, their ace going to Northern Illinois will throw in game 2, who throws in the mid to high 80s. So the Rams are going to get a stiff test not only in one game, but they're going to get one as well in game 2.
Well, in 2 games today, as Danny just said, of course, a doubleheader for you today. The Rams, of course, not quite as busy of a week next week. Monday they'll take off. Tuesday they'll host the Central Orphans, who sit atop the South 7 Conference. Then on Wednesday they'll welcome the Central Cougars from Breeze. And on Thursday they'll head to Outtop to take on the Crusaders in a rematch of the South 7 opener, in which the Rams won here at Brennan Klein Field by a score of 11-6. Still have Cahokia to come on the schedule. We assume a possible makeup date on that. We don't know for sure. But the Rams will travel to Cahokia, of course, on May 1st, maybe hosting them again on April the 23rd in the next conference rain date. We'll see what happens there. Of course, the Rams and the St. Anthony Bulldogs today. Central Christian Church will bring you your batting order for the Bulldogs. Incredible things are happening at Central Christian Church. Log on to thenewcentral.com, where you can watch their Friday night and Sunday services online. That's thenewcentral.com. Central Christian Church is loving God and loving people. Let's meet the Bulldogs.
Leading off will be Jake and Lawrence. Batting second, Jacob Shuddy. Batting third, Ben Hecht. Batting fourth in the cleanup spot, Austin Busher. Number 5, the designated hitter, Alex Holscher. Batting sixth, the catcher, Braden Puckett. Batting 7th, Zach Gardewine, a pitcher. Batting 8th, James Cabas in right field. Batting 9th, Scott Renfro for the Bulldogs of St. Anthony High School.
Well, the Bulldogs, of course, come in, defending 1A state champions. Got a big win on the 10th of April against the Beecher City Calvin Herrick Co-op. Of course, a lot of those teams, St. Anthony is still in the National Trail Conference. They do play fall baseball, but they still play each other frequently in that area in the spring to save on travel costs. A lot of those schools starting to co-op in that neck of the woods. Beecher City Calvin Herrick, of course. You also look at Windsor and St. Elmo getting ready to co-op if they haven't already, and then you have more co-ops on the way in that area at Fayette and Effingham and Shelby counties. So that'll be interesting to see how it works out. All right, Brownstown, St. Elmo, Windsor, I meant Stewstraws, of course.
It is a case that you're going to see more and more with the financial situations of the state of Illinois, in which schools of smaller size are going to have to co-op or completely dissolve into one district. You're going to see that more and more, unfortunately.
Well, that's just the nature of the beast. Of course, on the Saturday Sports Show this morning, you heard great analysis of the Cahokia situation. Mike McManus joined the program with Danny and Mike, of course. It's going to get very interesting. Of course, you've had the issues at North Clay. You've had Neoga right now having some talks. You have Vandalia making some cuts announced. And, you know, you're very thankful if you have a district that is very financially solvent right now, because those are few and far between in the state of Illinois. Meanwhile, for the Rams defensively, Izzo will start things off here in the top half of the first inning. Thomas Weber's going to get to start behind the plate. It'll be Sawyer Harrison at third base. Matthew Williams back in the lineup at short with Hayden Paninsky getting the start at second. Colton Better's back out at first, and a familiar outfield for Tim Holloway today, as Clayton Reeves starts in left, Landon Thomas always out in center field, and Jake Pike will get to start in right. Your pitcher for this first contest will be Trevor Flota, as the senior right-hander will take the hill. Rams, of course, are in those familiar grays that we haven't seen in a few weeks.
Yeah, I haven't seen. Had him in a doubleheader against Mattoon out here, but freshly cut grass here at Brennan Klein Field. This is the first mow of the year. Will maybe knock some of the humps and lumps out of it, as has been in the last couple of weeks. But the grass, it got warm enough this week to green up a little bit. And interestingly enough, no leaves on the trees yet. Last year by this time we had leaves and trees. The leaves were beautiful on the trees and everything else. Now the first signs of buds popping out on the trees here, and it's April 13th.
Well, the grass starting to turn green and, of course, starting to grow. It's freshly manicured, and the sweet smell of freshly cut grass will take us into this top half of the first inning. The mound for the Rams at St. Anthony Bulldogs. First pitch scheduled for 11 o'clock. We're getting started a little earlier. Jacob Lawrence, the second baseman. Jacob Schutte, the center fielder, and Ben Heck, the shortstop, will get us started for the Bulldogs in the top half of the first inning against Trevor Flota, who has pitched very well this season.
It's a guy you're starting to depend on. Beginning of the year, maybe a fourth, fifth guy, role pitcher, middle relief. Now you're starting to depend on him, really bumping his way up the rotation, and maybe has got himself in that third spot behind Fulkerson and Ellis as far as the rotation goes.
Well, Tyler Ellis, who's been battling some injuries, we haven't seen much of him, but hopefully he'll be back in some critical conference games coming up in this coming week. Trevor Flota takes the hill. We're about ready to go as the umpires take their spots on the field. First pitch coming at 10:52, and it's a strike on the inside corner to Jacob Lawrence. Lawrence. What do we decide?
Lawrence.
Unfortunately,
Lorenzo
did not have a lot of time to go over first and last names with the St. Anthony coaching staff. As the 0-1 pitch is going to be sent to right field. Jake Pike will get underneath it, backpedal, and make the grab. One away here in the top of the first. If you're just joining us, got underway just about a minute ago.
Both of these teams with distractible days. St. Anthony, a long bus trip, played down in cold weather. Mount Vernon with prom tonight. Obviously, a lot of distractions going on for these two teams to get two games in here today.
Two games and two critical games. Rams, of course, lost the Wednesday game at Renwan Park against the Harrisburg Bulldogs. As Schutte will step in and rip one to short. Matthew Williams, no problem, back in the lineup. Guns went over to first base. Bolts better off the bag, but what does he do? He does what he always does and makes the tag. Good play.
Matt Williams off the DL, retroactive to probably March 28th. Gets his 15 days in. He's ready to go back there at shortstop. Won't lead off today in the first game, but is batting down part of the order, having not seen live pitching in a while.
Well, want to get him to get his rhythm back before they bump him up to the top, I'm sure. Quick ground ball from the bat of Heck. A little trouble from Williams. He'll pick it up in a hurry. Fire across the diamond. Bang, bang, play inside. 1, 2, 3 go the Bulldogs in the top half. No score. This is Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
Welcome back to Personal Banking is more than our tagline at Community First Bank. It's the truth. From our 5 locations in Jefferson County, the debit cards tied to local schools that we offer, the dozens of scholarships we provide to local youth, and even our president who sits at the front door. The Community First Bank difference is apparent. Our mission as Jefferson County's premier community bank is to provide the best customer service around. Stop by one of our 5 locations and experience true personal banking. Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon invites you to come check out the all-new Chevy Spark. It not only looks awesome, it gets great fuel economy and has lots of safety features like 10 airbags, free OnStar for 6 months with directions and connections, and 3-year, 36,000-mile or 5-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. The Spark starts out at just $13,900. It's a fun and safe car that you just gotta have. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Back to Rams baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
With 5 Jefferson County branches and responsive quality service for all of your accounts, Community First Bank of the Heartland would like to be the first to say welcome back to Personal Banking. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski, WMIX and WMIXSports.com. Mount Vernon Rams today as we head to the bottom half of the first inning. Let's meet the Central Christian Church batting order.
Jake Pike leads off, followed by Landon Thomas and Colin Young, who's a DH in this first game. Colton Metters in a cleanup spot, followed by Trevor Float and Matthew Williams. And in the 7, 8, 9 spots in the order would be Clayton Reeves, Sawyer Harrison, and Hayden Peninsky for the Mount Vernon Rams.
Rams are 12-5 on the year. They're going to face Zach Gardewine on the mound. Of course, Gardewine's synonymous.
Gardewine from Effingham, really?
With the Effingham area. At least you know he's from Effingham. That's key.
Are you taking
No, I'm really not.
No,
I'm sincerely not at all.
I heard they were Koki the other day, too.
Come on. Braden Puckett, of course, the catcher. Scott Renfro, Ben Heck, Jacob Lawrence, Charlie Schultz are infield from third to first. Austin Busher, Jacob Schutte. As Pike's going to lay down a bunt, third base side. Renfro will pick it up, fire across. Pike's going to beat it out.
That's a good start. Bunt signal. That's a good way to start an inning there.
If I recall correctly, with 2 outs in the third against Mascuda, it was the top order to drop down a couple of bunt singles to get that 6-run inning.
And again, you can catch Effingham, look a little flat-footed, had to get up really early, drive down 57 to get here, and catch some kids sleeping early on, and Jake Pike lays down a perfect bunt signal.
Of course, another lefty landed Thomas in the Rams lineup. Nobody out, 1 on. Going to be a pitch outside. Catches the corner of the left-handed bat. It's quickly 0-1 to Thomas. Jacob Schutte's in center. James Cabas is out in right field. We apologize if any of those pronunciations for St. Anthony are incorrect. As the left-handed bat stands back in, it's landed Thomas. 0-1 the count. Gardewine, the right-hander, out of the stretch. Ooh, and a pitch that the bottom falls absolutely out of, and it's 0-2 to Thomas. Throws him a little bit, checks his bat. Beautiful day for high school baseball. We're somewhat in the sun. The sun will slowly go over the overhang here on the backstop at Brennan Klein Memorial Field. 0-2 the count, 1 on, nobody out in the bottom of the first. Swung on a miss and maybe a foul tip there, but either way, it'll be a strikeout. Puts the first out on the board here in the first for Colin Young.
It was a tip. Catcher caught it, though. That'll be the end of that.
And that'll bring in the Ram DH, Colin Young, of course, batting for his catcher in this platoon today, Thomas Weber. Thomas getting to start behind the plate in the first game. We assume Colin will be behind the dish in game number 2. Runner on, Pike is going. The throw's going to be low. The throw to second base, not even going to be in that direction. It's going to be a stolen base.
Wasn't even close. Pike got a great jump. The throw was on a string, meaning a kite. Floated over towards right center field. Easy stolen base.
So on the 1-0 pitch, because it was low to Colin Young, he'll have a chance for an RBI. Runner at second, 1 out, bottom of the first inning, no score here from Mount Vernon. We're in the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square. 1-0 is the count, 1 gone. Here comes a pitch from Gardewine. It's going to come inside. Good pitch. Catches the inside portion of the plate, and it'll be 1 ball and 1 strike. Ford Square has the all-new 2013 redesigned Lincoln MKZ. Largest selection in the South. Find them online at FordSquare.com or see for yourself at 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon. 1-1 the count. Gardewine looks back, snaps the throw off. It's going to get away. Pike will go to third base, and the Rams are that much closer to a run as he rounds third and stays put.
And again, if you're Effingham St. Anthony, you're down here. I think Mount Vernon would be big for them to jump out early and often, quickly in this one. And then maybe do the same thing in Game 2 to kind of break the dauber down of Effingham St. Anthony, not let them come down here. I mean, 1A, 3A kind of thing, long trip, see what happens.
So the Rams threatening to the bottom half of the first inning, a scoreless ball game. 2-1 the count with a runner on third, 1 out. That's going to catch the mid of the catcher, and outside of the strike zone for 2-1. 3-1. Whoops. Made that promise and I broke it. 3-1 the count, 1 gone. Runner on third. Here comes the pitch on the way. That is going to be a strike on the inside corner.
Same pitch it was before.
Same location.
That one called a strike, though.
That is the difference. Full count, 1 out. Bottom of the first inning, no score yet. Rams and St. Anthony Bulldogs. Gardner checks. Now he'll come inside. And that's going to be strike 3 called. The ball is dropped. And out at first base is Young, but safe at home. Great base running by Jake Buck.
No, just the oddest play.
That was.
Because here's what happened. Colin Young thought he had ball 4, put the bat forward to the dugout, got called out on a curveball strike 3, but the catcher dropped it. He ran to first. Catcher had to go chase it towards the first base dugout, threw it to first. Pitcher was late in covering home plate. Jay Pike was able to scamper and score.
I don't think I've seen anything like that in quite some time. And so now it'll be 2 outs, but a 1-0 Ram lead as Pike comes around off the wild pitch. At least a pass ball. Now, I'm still stunned.
It's just an advancement is all it is. Actually, in order for him to, it wasn't a pass ball, he didn't advance on the pass ball. He just advanced on the throw, so he just scores.
So 0-1 the count on Colton Metter. Takes a first pitch strike. Now lifts this one high. It's not going to escape the infield grass, third base side. That's going to get past. Wind played havoc on that. Metter's going to be hung up between first and second. He was safe at first. They're going to get a rundown possibility here, and there will be a tag at second base. It'll go down. It looks like it was 5-3-4. We'll figure that out when we come back. Rams score first here in the bottom half. It's 1-0 Mount Vernon. This is Rams baseball from WMIX Sports.
It happens every spring. You need a great quality, new-to-you vehicle. There's a reason why Second Chance Auto has been helping put families into affordable, dependable vehicles for over 32 years. Honest, fair deals. Ain't nothing fancy, just great vehicles with warranties, honest deals, and bank rate financing for all. That's the only way Second Chance Auto will do business. And you don't even have to leave your home to get credit approval. Call Second Chance Auto at 244-4582 and get pre-approved right over the phone. They know bad things can happen to good people. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon.
Your future is calling. With a GED test and some help from Rend Lake College, you can answer the call. The current test expires at the end of 2013, and your scores will expire too if you don't finish and pass the test by then. Don't feel prepared? Don't worry, we can help. Visit finishtheged.com to learn more. Don't miss the chance to turn one small step into your next big opportunity, like college, a better job, and the respect you deserve. Finish your GED by the end of 2013. Questions? Call Rend Lake College's Adult Education and Literacy Department today at 437-5321.
This is Mount Vernon Rams baseball on AM 940 WMIX Mount Vernon and WMIXsports.com. Free services from Withers Broadcasting.
Top of the 11 o'clock hour. Glad to have you with us on WMIX. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside as we head to the top of the second inning for St. Anthony. It'll be Busher, Holscher, and Puckett. Rams took a 1-0 lead in their half of the first inning. Trevor Flota back out to try to shut it down. Here comes. This one's going to be ranked to the left field. Going to be trouble as it goes toward the corner, and that is going to be at the wall. Not quite the distance to get out of here, and it'll be a leadoff double for Busher.
That was a poke. That ball was double all the way, as they say, in the professional level. Ripped down that left field line, long way from home, 320 feet away. One hop the fence off the warning track. And the Bulldogs have the tying run at second base. Couple
of chances that's gone, but not in a ballpark like this.
Well, no, when you got for a right-hand hitter, he's trying to hit a pull ball into a fade wind again. The wind's blowing out the center and right center. So you're really going to have to jerk it down that left field line if you want to get it out of here as a right-hand hitter.
Of course, they're going to check on the runner at second base. High throw. Can't get the tag down in time. And back safely is Busher with Holscher.
Yeah, they had him to the plate. They had him. Williams was in there early, and Flota got that ball in there, but it was too high for the pickoff attempt.
So a runner on and nobody out at the top of the second inning, 1-0 Ram lead. Flota looks back at the runner on second. He'll fire home, and this one's going to be to the shortstop off the screen. Good play by Williams. Picks it up, fires across. The runner will advance to third base, but that is a nice 6-3 put-out.
Well, the runner was in his way, kind of blocked his view, a complete view of the ball coming at him. And Williams had thoughts of going to third base. Sawyer Harrison was ready there at third, but elected to get the out at first and not throw one away or not get it out and have first and third or worse with nobody out.
So that'll bring in the catcher, Braden Puckett. RBI chance with the runner on third base. Yeah,
some kind of duck flying over.
That was a robot. 1 out. top of the second with the runner on third. Floto will fire out of the stretch. It's a first pitch fastball right down the middle to Puckett. It's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Top half of the second inning. Glad to have you with us on WMIX. You can follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Thursday.com. Not the case. As batter calls time. A batter, of course, is Braden Puckett. 1-2-3 with the Bulldogs at the top of the first. Led off with a double here in the second and are threatening to tie this ball game with only 1 out and 0-1 count on the batter Puckett. Can he get the RBI? No, the bottom falls out of that. Good pitch by Flota. It's 0-2.
This is where Flota has loved to induce a strikeout here. Get the 2 out so his defense could lay back a little bit, get the out.
We'll look for a Rend Lake College player of the game in this one. Rend Lake College online at rlc.edu. See how you can save thousands in your college education. The 0-2 is going to be a ground ball. Could produce a run. It will. Throw to first base for Matthew Williams is in time. And 6-3 is your second out here in this second inning. It's tied at 1.
Flota got the ground ball, but it wasn't hit hard to anybody. Mount Vernon was playing middle way in the middle for the out. They'll trade the run for the out here in the top of the second. The Bulldogs come right back, tie the game up at 1.
Mr. Young always takes care of it.
Oh, my.
Back today.
That's you got that right.
Love it.
Oh,
we can knock him out. Always
how many?
Care of.
We got a 24-ounce. We got a 1 pound, 8 ounce bag of. Look at that.
That's 1 pound, 8 ounces of goodness.
Oh my goodness.
So 1-0 the count, 2 gone, and I am flustered. As this is going to be a blooper in the right field, fair ball. It'll be a single now for Zach Gardewine with 2 outs. As the pitcher's trying to help his own cause and make this a long inning.
You know what those peanuts induce, though? You know what they're doing down there? It's the old thing, if you salt things up or you give them salty stuff, they'll have to come back for hydration. So we're going to start with all these peanuts and then go down there and purchase a pop or water as we go along today.
That's just good business. Excellent marketing.
That's good marketing. I'm going to warm the peanuts out in the sun, though.
No thing or two about that. It's just going to come outside on the first pitch to the left-handed back cabbage.
Oh, you do, huh?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, you brag or you?
I didn't brag about anything.
Yes, you
Not
did.
bragging if it's fact, DC. You got to learn these things. 1-0 is the count.
Okay. I got a couple places I can check with that real quick.
Yeah. Okay. Better not. 1 on, 2 out. Fouled off on the 1-0, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Uh-huh.
Your community, your choice, your bank. With 5 locations and friends and neighbors on staff who understand your needs, Community First Bank keeps it simple. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC. Left-handed bat is Cabas, the right fielder. 1-1's the count with 2 gone. Runner on first, Gardewine the pitcher. I don't believe they sent in a courtesy runner. I did not see if they did. As the runner will go, it's going to come inside. The gun down to second base is not in time.
Nope. Throws just a tad behind. Pitch was
good,
inside. As Weber had to kind of reach across his body, grab that pitch on the inside corner, and then get rid of it. And that was a lot of movement. And that allowed the runner to steal the base easily down at second. Brown's infields don't show how good this St. Anthony team are. Nope. Didn't take an impressive one.
2 on, coming in the dirt, 3 balls and a strike. So it's a 3-1 count now. 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. St. Anthony's come back to tie it at 1 after the Rams got a single and a stolen base, and later a Jake Pike run. And they're half of the first. Now they're going to check on him, and his throw is not in time. He's kind of hung up there a little bit.
Big old secondary lead out there by the Bulldogs so far at second base. They get their initial lead, which is pretty big, and then you throw in the fact they get that secondary lead, and it's off and long, and almost had it top to get him. That's a giveaway.
Not quite as good of a fake that time, but
well, that's the old run to shortstop in. The second baseman comes in behind thinking the runner will get off, and you got to kind of space that out a little differently. Runners pick up on that, especially veteran players.
3 balls and a strike to the batter, James Cabas. Here comes down the middle. The count worked full. Good pitching here by Trevor Flota. Decent at bat for Cabas, especially if he can hang on here and make something happen. Full count, 2 gone. Runner on second. The go-ahead run. It's a tie ball game at 1. You're in this top half of the second inning. If you're just joining us on WMIX AM and WMIXsports.com. Full count. Flota gets set out of the stretch. Right-hander's going to get the call in the outside corner. Down go the Bulldogs here in the second, but not before they tie it at 1. This is Ranch Baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
Spring is here, and just about everyone wants to be more mobile. Stop by TMS Mobility, a division of the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, for all your mobility product needs. They carry a large selection of scooters, wheelchairs, and so much more. Best of all, you can rent them by the day, week, or month. The staff at TMS Mobility can take care of billing your insurance, too. TMS also carries a large selection of vehicle lifts for your scooter. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black.
We service a 60-mile radius area. It's a pretty wide area. We service orders from several area hospitals, and we have the staff in place that really sets us apart. We have 3 respiratory therapists and 2 seating specialists to help with seating on wheelchair and power chair needs. And we just feel that we have the staff and the warehousing and the facilities in place to really set us apart from any of our competitors in the area.
TMS Mobility, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Find us on Facebook under WMIX Sports. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back to Rams Baseball on WMIX and WMIXSports.com. To the bottom of the second we go for the Rams. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up. The pitcher, Trevor Flota. Matthew Williams is back in the lineup at short, and Clayton Reeves, the left fielder. For Tim Holloway's Rams, 12-5 on the year. Right now, facing the defending 1A state baseball champions, the St. Anthony Bulldogs, who had an impressive run. They beat Shawnee. They shut them out in the Super Sectional on Memorial Day, and then advanced to state. They beat up on Alton Marquette 6-2, and then took the state title against Tuscola in a 6-1 final back there on June the 2nd.
Yeah. Went through Rentland Ballpark on the way. That was a miserably hot day back in May last year. Telltale sign of things to come last summer.
And the first pitch on the way to Float is going to bounce around right back to us, and it's going to be 1-0 to T-Flow. Matthew Williams will come back to get it. Yep, back in the lineup today. Of course, it's an interesting St. Anthony sectional for the Bulldogs to get to the Super. 1-0 coming. Ooh, going to catch low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Looks early that if the ball has a wrinkle on it today, you better swing.
It's pretty well an all-NTC battle in that sectional up there. At St. Anthony. 1-1 coming. That's going to hit the dirt. 2 balls and a strike. St. Anthony beat Shelby County rivals Stu Strauss 13-1. Of course, South Central beat up on Windsor 11-2. And then St. Anthony shut out South Central. This is going to be a ground ball to short, picked up by Heck. He'll fire across the diamond in time, and 6-3 is your first down.
Pretty easy put out.
So it was a pretty interesting postseason for St. Anthony, as we've told you. Of course, South Central won the Wayne City Regional, Stu Strauss the Cumberland Regional. The A&M Regional up there at Moweaqua was won by Windsor, and then St. Anthony took the North Clay Regional over Dietrich.
Nobody cannot Windsor. Always pull it out ahead.
And it's a 1-0 count now on Matthew Williams. That pitch hits the dirt. Those are your details about the 2012 postseason run by the St. Anthony Bulldogs, who claimed that state title a year ago. 1-0 coming to Williams. Takes inside, hits the corner, 1-1. Of course, it's even more interesting on the other side. At that Marissa sectional, as the 1-1 comes to Williams, this one's going to be sent the opposite way in the foul ground. Schultz will give chase. First baseman will be unable to make the grab, and as a result, that's a huge break for Matthew Williams.
So this is a strike.
It's in and out of the glove. Of course, that Marissa sectional was Goreville, who beat Woodlawn. Then Shawnee beat Gallatin County, who hammered Weber in a regional championship. And then Shawnee, I think, to many of us, surprised Goreville.
Yeah, because Goreville was a veteran favorite last year, and they kind of, Woodlawn had some aspirations as well, too.
1-2 coming. Here it comes. That's going to be a ground ball to third. A little bit of trouble for the third baseman. Throw. He'll fire across, not in time.
Well, another AE, first of the game for either team. And in this spring, as we mentioned, as cool as it has been, unless you have kind of a Bermuda infield or Kentucky bluegrass infield where the grass is tightly wound, you're not going to get a lot of true hops early on. It's going to be probably into this month or May before infields warm up and the grass gets thick enough.
Out of the stretch will come. Garda winds off. Green pounds the inside corner of the Reeves and gets ahead of the count here. The pitcher does 0-1. Don't forget, you can follow us on Twitter at WMIX, at MVTHS does. We hope you'll do the same. Good to see Mount Vernon Township High School really getting after the social media and the benefits it can have in education. As the batter calls time, gets it just prior to the windup. Wow. Or during the flinch of the windup, and still got the time call, and Reeves will back out. 0-1 will remain the count.
Late as that call was for time, my next one might be hind tight if I was in a professional league.
So Reeves will dig back in. 0-1 the count. 1-on-1 gone here in the second. This will be pop foul behind us. The count becomes 0-2. This is just the first game of two we have for you today.
Well, another thing, too, when you call time that early or that late in the pitcher's delivery, that's how pitchers get injured. They start up and get ready to go, and they shut it down real quick. That's how pitchers can injure arms, back muscles, leg muscles, everything when you shut down that quick. He didn't, though.
0-2 to Reeves, left fielder. Runners going. This one's going to be put in play. Foul territory. Schultz will run over to make the grab. He'll come away with this one, and that'll be your second out.
Made the catch there that time. In foul territory. Problem is, when you're going towards the dugouts here, relatively flat, but there is some slope down toward the dugout, and you got to kind of battle that. A clear day, you got to battle the sun. Young man wearing a hat, use that first baseman's mitt to shade his eyes. Did a much better job of pulling to the baseball that time. It's amazing how that ball finds you again to see if you can do it.
Almost always. Seems to be the way it works. In steps the right-hander Sawyer Harrison, third baseman. Runner's going to go on this. Nope, going to stay put. He's going to go. Harrison takes the first pitch ball for a 1-0 count. Like. Yeah. Of course, Matthew Williams, the runner on first. 1-0 the count. 2 gone here in the bottom of the second inning. Tied at 1. This one is going to be ripped foul territory, first base side. Schultz going to give it a valiant effort, but not going to catch up to it. And this will be a 1-1 count here for Sawyer.
Just a long strike. A lot of people staying out in the sun today. Blankets and coats, stocking caps and hoodies are a staple here. Even though it's 50 degrees, if you're sitting still, it doesn't feel like 50, but it's a beautiful day.
And in steps the right-hander Harrison again with a 1-1 count. Just fouled up a long one down the right field line. Runner on first with 2 outs. Tied in the second inning. 1-1 your score. St. Anthony. Here comes the pitch from Gardewine. Ground ball to third. That one will roll foul. And picked up not in the nick of time by the third baseman, Renfro.
Ball was only wrenching property down that line. I think he probably fielded a little almost too quickly. That ball hadn't completely gotten out of fair territory too much before he grabbed it. Sawyer Harrison, a pesky at bat here.
It's what he does. How many times have we seen him fight to stay alive in at-bats and then do something productive? We've seen it quite a few times. Of course, St. Anthony this year back in two-way as the multiplier waiver has been waived due to their state title. 1-2 coming. Harrison's going to plant this one toward right. On the run is Cabas. He'll make the grab. So there go the Rams in the second. We're still tied at 1. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois proudly welcomes Dr. Brian Steinke to their medical staff. Dr. Steinke earned his medical degree at the University of Illinois in Chicago and has degrees in anatomy and physiology from UC Berkeley, and he brings prestigious credentials to the center. Dr. Steinke is a gifted physician and contributor to orthopedic textbooks. Call 618-242-3778 or visit their informative website at orthocenter-si.com.
I know you've heard about mortgage rates being all-time lows, but have you done anything about it yet? Hi, I'm Rick Pigg, mortgage lender at Community First Bank. There's never been a better time at buying a home or refinancing an existing mortgage. The sooner you act, the more you save, and we'll be there to help you through every step of the way. For more information, visit us at comfirstbank.net or stop by one of our 5 locations.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball on WMIX and WMIXsports.com.
And we welcome you back to Brennan Klein Memorial Field in the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Ford Square, of course, don't forget also King City Chrysler Center, your Jeep headquarters of Southern Illinois. See their selection at 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, or look for yourself online at KingCityChrysler.com. We head to the top half of the third inning, tied at 1. It'll be 9-1 and 2 due up for St. Anthony, with Renfro, Lawrence, and Schutte due up for the Bulldogs. First pitch on the way from Floater. Good jam. Oh, just past the diving Sawyer Harrison that bounces off his glove, and that'll be a single.
A lot of noise from our friends
like
to the north. Yeah, I got a
on the bat. Then the noise from the peanut gallery.
Peanut gallery right here. Yeah, tough one there. Seeing eye signal.
So, Metter will hold the runner at first. The runner, of course, being Renfro off the leadoff single. Right-handed pitcher Flota out of the stretch. Here comes the pitch on the way, and stepping in is Lawrence, who flew out to right his first time up. St. Anthony making their way through the lineup for a second time. First pitch will miss for a ball. And with one on and nobody out, St. Anthony trying to threaten here in the third. We're tied at 1. Rams have 1 run on 1 hit. Let's see. Here comes inside, and that is a fastball that just gets away, 2-0.
thing about St. Anthony, win it last year, bump up to 2A. I've always wondered if you're a private school and win 2A, per se, do you bump up to 3A?
Doubtful, but maybe you should.
I mean, do you keep bumping up till you can't beat somebody or what?
2-0 coming down the middle, and it's going to be a 2-1 count now to Jacob Lawrence. Again, flew out to right his first time out. St. Anthony actually heads to the Robinson Regional this year. Good luck. It's all in the T-Town sectional. But that is going to be a tough Robinson Regional when you think about who all is in that one. Got away from T-Town last year, thankfully. But laid down to the right side. Floto will pick it up coming off of the hill. Into a covering Hayden Paniski. So the 1-4 sacrifice advances the runner to second base, puts a runner in scoring position for Schutte, with just one out of the inning. You take a look at the other teams in that Robinson Regional. You have Gazy Westfield, Marshall, Newton, Robinson, and, of course, the Wooden Shoes from T-Town. So maybe a nice rivalry to be renewed at some point in that Robinson Regional. We don't have the pairings yet, but we'll get those sometime in very early May. Runner on second base, one out. We're here in the top of the third. St. Anthony trying to unlock this tie. It's going to be a high fastball that misses to Schutte, 1-0. Where Schutte, I believe, took the first pitch he saw and grounded out to short. Yeah, on a pretty good play by Matthew Williams, who had made his first defensive play since returning to the Ram lineup. Missed a few games, missed about a little over a week.
DL was retroactive, so he could come in today instead of wait until Tuesday.
Came off the 15-day. The 1-0 coming. It's going to miss inside. 2 balls, no strikes. The batter Schutte is St. Anthony. I'll tell you what, their infield aside, looking pretty good today.
I'm not sure that anybody was shipped down to AAA high school JV or if there was a DFA involved.
I didn't see Ryan Campbell off the lineup start today.
Down to AAA.
Let's see what happens on the 2-0. It's going to miss low and away, just a little low, and it's 3 balls, no strikes. A hitter's count here for Schutte, 0 for 1. But an RBI chance to unlock this tie in this top half of the third inning. We'll get you information on some of our sponsors here in just a moment. Of course, All Stars and Stitch is one of our Rams boosters. 3-0 coming. That's going to miss low, and that is going to be a 1-out walk issued to Schutte. It puts 2 aboard now. All Stars and Stitches, if you can put a logo on it, Big Dave and the crew can probably print it. Banners, signs, trophies, plaques, full vehicle wraps, even to apparel. All Stars and Stitches just west of Benton High School. Or call 435-5555. Big day for the Rams, of course. Many of them, at least the upperclassmen, will be going to tonight's prom, participating in those activities. No softball today due to the prom.
Soccer practice, though.
Yep, they're over there at Steve Harrison Field, getting an early one in. As this is going to be fouled off on the first pitch to Heck.
Oh,
it'll be 0-1.
Your friend, a little bit close there.
You'll live.
I know he will live.
Good time to pay the premiums to Tony Wilt State Farm Insurance. For all your insurance financial service needs, see Tony in Mount Vernon. Log on to TonyWilt.com or look for the white State Farm Jeep around town. He would not park there. He is smarter than that. We'll get you some scores throughout the day. He brings you our scoreboard update as the 0-1's a little tight, a little high, 1-1.
Tell you after 1 in softball, Waltville leads state champ 1A Goreville 3-0 down in southern Jefferson County.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner on first base here in the third, tied at 1. Also a runner on second. That makes 2 aboard as it comes inside. 2 balls and a strike to Heck.
Knuckleball got away from Float at that time. Weber has an enviable task. Every time he throws that knuckleball, that catcher's mitt doesn't always seem big enough.
Nope. They need a Doug Mirabelli to one of their Tim Wakefield. 2 balls and a strike with 2 aboard. Only 1 out, and batter will call time. Step back in. It's Heck. He ground out to short his last time up back in the first. Rams will have 9-1-2 coming in the bottom half of the inning. It's all brought to you by Community First Bank, and this is going to be a rip to third base. Harrison will step on third, fires over to first in time, and that'll be a 5-3 double play to set the Bulldogs down here in the third. Through 2.5, we're tied at 1. This is Mount Vernon Baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
How do the best continue to get better? Hi, this is Chase Landers with Landers Collision Centers. We're no different than any team. When you're at the top of your game, the best want to play for you. That's why, with the addition of our new shop foreman and the rest of our body shop crew, Landers now has a combined experience of over 70 years in dealing with the best parts and repair finishes on the market. This means when you walk into Landers, you can breathe a little easier knowing that your vehicle will receive the best quality repair by the best certified technicians within a reasonable amount of time. Again and again, we work directly with most insurance companies and have loaners and rental vehicles on site for your convenience. We're proud to not only be the standard, but to keep raising the bar in collision repair. Come meet the staff, take a tour of our facilities, and get to know the Landers crew that Landers Collision has so proudly acquired. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. Give us a call, 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
Back to the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
And we welcome you inside, of course. Not inside, we're outside. Feels like inside, I guess, with the shade to Brennan Klein Memorial Field. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside as we head to the bottom half of the third, tied at 1. Rams, of course, got out of the inning with an impressive 5-3 double play by Sawyer Harrison. Ripped on a line drive, a real worm burner over there. Harrison stepped on the bag and then fired over to first base to get the double play. And what a great play to get the Rams out of a bit of a jam. Now in the bottom half of the inning, it's Hayden Paninsky, Jake Pike, and Landon Thomas due up. For the orange and black, but wearing gray today. The gray unis make an appearance. Familiar faces, different places. Community First Bank of the Heartland continues to grow, now with 5 Jefferson County locations. Mount Vernon, Dix, Woodlawn, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. First pitch of the inning comes to Paninsky. He will rip that foot right into the glove of Scott Renfro, who makes a nice reaction, and that'll be the first out.
Crowd today not as big. Of course, some of the baseball players' lady friends are out getting their hair touched up.
Getting it tidied up for tonight. Yeah. Big night, the prom.
Hair, nails, everything. Whether to wash hair or not today, who knows.
You have that. Here comes. This one is going to be sent foul over the left side of the dugout.
It's one of those days where it's a long day because some of them start out with appointments at 9, 10 in the morning and just rolls right on through the day.
And a 0-1 is on the way to Pike. He will lift this into right center field. Shouldn't be a problem for Schutte, and he'll make the grab. So right down the chute goes Jake Pike. There's 2 away here in the bottom of the third inning. We are tied at 1 if you're just joining us. Glad to have those of you with us on AM 940 or those of you listening on any device at WMIXsports.com. A great day to just set the radio to 940. Listen to Rams baseball. We have 2 for you. The first game is tied at 1. 2 gone and nobody aboard for Landon Thomas, who's 0 of 1, but going to send an inside-out swing, a ground ball to third base. Renfro picks it up, fires over to first. 1, 2, 3, go the Rams here in the bottom of the third through 3. Tied at 1. This is Rams baseball from WMIX Sports.
Do you farm or operate an agriculture-based business? Then Community First Bank is for you. Hi, I'm Steve Down, Agribusiness Lending Officer at Community First Bank. With our roots firmly planted in Jefferson County, we offer the stability, strength, and personal attention that you deserve. Community First Bank wants to be your financial partner with customized products for both your personal and farm banking needs. Stop by any of our 5 convenient Jefferson County locations to see how we can help your business grow.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Member FDIC, Equal Housing
Startup
Lender.
businesses, and they come in the door, they're pretty green.
Randy Atkinson, owner of Heartland Accounting, on why he is a small business expert.
I have had businesses where I've talked to people in their garage and have grown it to work in 3 states. There's a lot of tremendous opportunity to help people from the very inception of their business, whether it's just talking about what does it take to become successful, what sorts of things do we need to stay legal. I feel very qualified to help people get to where they want to be. I've had that experience and have helped that situation become successful.
Heartland Accounting, 3000 Broadway, Suite 2B.
Listen to us from any device at WMIXsports.com. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
WMIX, WMIXsports.com, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Glad to have you with us as we head to the top of the 4th inning. Still tied at 1. The Rams and the state champion St. Anthony Bulldogs. Familiar faces are in different places. We told you that. But now with 5 Jefferson County locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina, Community First Bank proud to be and remain the official voice of the Rams and Lady Rams Athletics on the radio. First pitch strike call to Austin Busher, who doubled and scored to tie it. Back in the top of the second. The 0-1 pitch, Bodo likes to work quickly. Gets the high strike call that time, and it's quickly 0-2. We'd like to welcome those of you listening on AM 940. Jeff Lon, and of course, on his way to Springfield, Haley Lockhart will sign with Lincoln Land today. As the 0-2 misses, signing's actually going to be in Springfield. That's when you know you're high cotton right there.
That's when you know you're big time, when you got to go to the Capitol and have a signing.
Here it comes. Oh. Swung on a miss, and a quick strikeout by T. Flo, and that'll get things going here in the fourth at least, for the Rams defensively. Tied at 1. St. Anthony did get their run, the tying run back in the second, while the Rams scored back in the bottom of the first, if you're just joining us. Second Chance Auto, another of our Rams booster sponsors. Largest selection of pre-owned vehicles, priced under $10,000 in one location. Second Chance Auto, where you can now get your credit approved right over the phone. Give them a call, 244-4582, without ever leaving the house. That's going to be an inside pitch. Looks like he snapped one off. Inside corner to Holster, 0-1.
Knuckleball's warbling today.
Oh, look at that.
Fastball
high. It's going to be fouled off on a swing. Back behind us, and it's 0-2. Avery Barton, the man with the plan, back at the station, back at our Mount Vernon studio. He has a busy day ahead of him. 0-1. Came up with a contingency because that young man has places to be today.
I'm just glad he's spending some of his money.
I don't know that kid owns a piggy bank. I can tell you that right now. 1-2 coming. Fouled off. Staying alive is Holster with one out, nobody on in this top half of the fourth inning. Plenty more to tell you about. We gave you a scoreboard update a moment ago, courtesy of Tony Wilton, State Farm Insurance. For all of your insurance and financial service needs, find Tony in Mount Vernon or worldwide at TonyWilt.com or look for his mobile office. That white State Farm Jeep. Poked foul. Ooh, get out of here and stay low, as that's going to bounce around out there in the parking lot. Count remains 1-2 strikes. Glad to have those of you who follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. We're on Facebook as well. Still time to answer the WMIX Sports social media question of the week. 1-2 coming. That's going to be planted into right center field. A good lift on that, and it'll be a one-out single for St. Anthony. That said, it is the bottom of the hour. We'll pause for station identification. This is Rams Radio.
You're listening to Rams Baseball on AM 940 WMIX, Mount Vernon, Effingham, Terre Haute, and online at WMIXsports.com. A free service from Withers Broadcasting.
Of course, one on and one out after the one-out single, and that'll be a first pitch ball low and away to the catcher Puck, and he had an RBI ground out his last time up. That's what tied it at 1. Out of the stretch, the right-hander. Nuts are pretty good, apparently. Enjoying them? They good?
Not bad.
They look good. They smell good.
There's a big old bat here.
They make me hungry for peanut butter is what they do. Can't beat that. Thank you again to Mr. Young for dropping those off. 1-1 the count to the batter Puckett. Here comes. Pitch in the dirt. It's going to be 2 balls and a strike. Bolder tried to attack the low edge of the zone that time, trying to get the chase. Didn't quite work out, and here at the top of the fourth, we are still tied at 1. We'll check on the runner first.
Well, look-see.
Here comes the pitch on the way on the 2-1. It's going to be sent foul, right field line out of play. Count becomes even. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. We'll have a Red Lake College player of the game in this one. At Red Lake College, you can save thousands in your college education. Log on to rlc.edu to see which of the more than 100 degree or certificate programs is right for you. Save some money on that college education. Continues to climb. 2-2 fouled off, sharply hit down the first base line.
One thing about Effingham St. Anthony, they're battling at the plate. Each and every at bat.
2 balls and 2 strikes, and it's going to come inside. Count is full. Of course, Brian Reynolds, famed basketball manager, listening today.
He ought to be famed and paid more than what he's paid. Still battling for him.
And it's a full count. 1 out. Oh, and it's going to miss. Catch low and away.
That pitch just missed. Could have been a big call in this inning. Is that Governor Lonan heading to Mount Vernon? Is that what you told me?
Governor Lonan headed to back to Springfield. Spent some time
at Springfield, yeah.
Anyhow, and steps the right-hander Zach Gardner, the pitcher, looking to help out his cause. 2 on, 1 out, top of the fourth, tied at 1. They're going to have a conversation with the mound.
Yeah, runner at second. They got to get some signs straightened out back there. Runner at second was checking some things. A little gamesmanship going on out there at second base, looking in for signs.
We'll talk it over, and we'll get back to the action as Gardner-Wine will stand in. One of our boosters, of course, Sarah Staley of Country Financial. Tomorrow is the day that anything could happen. Are you ready? When you meet with Sarah Staley at Country Financial in Mount Vernon, you get a one-on-one relationship and a plan to meet your goals. Country Financial, what's your idea of financial security? So with a runner on, 2 on, I should say, and 1 out, a tie ball game here in the fourth. Boulder's going to power a first pitch fastball low for a strike to Gardner-Wine, who singled his last time up. It was later stranded.
Have to power one in. Get out of this inning.
Nothing in 1 the count, 2 on and 1 out. Here it comes, and a wave and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes with Cabas on deck, who struck out his last time.
No knuckleball waffling up there.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. 0-2 the count, 2 on and only 1 out. And Flota out of the stretch will come on 0-2, and it's going to miss high and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count, 1 gone, 1-1 ball game here in the 4th inning. Don't forget, we're on Facebook, facebook.com/WMIX Sports. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios are driven by Ford Square. We'll tell you more about that throughout the afternoon with 2 on and 1 out. Great day for high school baseball as the wind blows out to right center field, and a fastball comes high to even the count at 2. Glad to be back with you on game number 2. It'll be coming your way right after this one, as they're not going to mess around with prom being denied, improbably, I would presume. Wanting to play as many upperclassmen as possible in that second game. 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch on the way, swung on a miss. So another strikeout in the inning for Flota. That's how both outs have occurred. And with 2 outs and 2 aboard, in will step James Kevins.
Hey, you don't have to worry about dinner reservations. You go to McDonald's.
That's true.
And you go to other places that have real places where you can take care of that, too. I'm just saying.
And here comes. It's going to miss low. The Kevins, 1 ball, no strikes. So 2 on, 2 out here in the 4th inning. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Community First Bank of the Heartland, the official voice of the Rams. Tell you more about them throughout the broadcast. Flota gets out of the stretch, comes high outside, 2-0.
Trevor's struggling a little bit here. Good at-bats. Couple missed pitches.
Two balls, no strikes, 2 aboard. 2 out. Here comes a strike across the outside corner to the left-hander Kevins, and it's a 2-1 count.
I think Trevor needs to bear down and get this guy here. Don't want this mess to go any further.
2-1, here comes. This one is going to be popped up to the right side. It'll get out of play. Count stays, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Oh.
I got something out there.
Yeah, I got a little wood on the car. Your friend was safe. Time's called. Batter step out. Trevor's taking too much time on the hill to receive some signs from Mr. Weber. We'll do it again, 2-2 count.
Here comes. Waves at it. That was in the dirt, but grabs. So 3 strikeouts in the inning, though 2 runners got aboard. Good effort by Trevor Flota and the Rams to get out of the trouble. We head to the bottom of the 4th side at 1. This is Bound for the Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Spring is here, and just about everyone wants to be more mobile. Stop by TMS Mobility, a division of the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, for all your mobility product needs. They carry a large selection of scooters, wheelchairs, and so much more. Best of all, you can rent them by the day, week, or month. The staff at TMS Mobility can take care of billing your insurance, too. TMS also carries a large selection of vehicle lifts for your scooter. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black.
We service a 60-mile radius area. It's a pretty wide area. We service orders from several area hospitals, and we have the staff in place that really sets us apart. We have 3 respiratory therapists and 2 seating specialists to help with seating on wheelchair and power chair needs. And we just feel that we have the staff and the warehousing and the facilities in place to really set us apart from any of our competitors in the area.
TMS Mobility, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Listen to us from any device at WMIXsports.com. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
And we welcome you back to the Brennan Klein Memorial Field in the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Also, Rams Baseball is powered by Community First Bank. If you're tired of big corporate banking, you have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home at Dick Sign of Woodlawn in Mount Vernon. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC. Home half of the 4th we go, tied at 1. 3, 4, and 5 do up for Mount Vernon. Colin Young, Colt Vetter, and Trevor Flota, who are a combined 0 of 3 today. The Rams, not much offensive output today. The lone base hit was Pike to lead it off in the bottom of the 1st inning. Since then, they've reached on an error, but have only had the 2 base runners today.
Only 2. And we're tied at 1. This has been a heck of a game so far.
Actually, Metter technically got a base hit, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he gets a base hit, but
that's right.
Around the base.
Forgot to note that. So actually 1 of 3 today. So we'll see what the Rams part of the order can put up here. Tied at 1, bottom half of the 4th inning. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. The wind-up will work Zach Gardewine. Here comes. Drops a little bit low, and ahead of the count here is Young. 1-0.
Gardewine only threw 4 pitches last inning. Here's his 32nd pitch of this game as we start the bottom of the 4th.
Here comes a pitch on the way, and it's going to miss low. 2 balls, no strikes to Colin Young. Good eye. Struck out his first at bat. Had a full count. Thought he was going to be issued the base on balls, and then the third strike got away from the catcher, and he had to run down the first anyway, where the throw was made. And now the 2-0 becomes 2-1 on a call in the outside corner. One's going to be sent toward left, but sneaks right into the mid of Ben Heck. Good play there by the shortstop, and 1 away.
But hit really hard. Shortstop ranged it over to his right behind third base near the cut of the grass in the dirt. No hiccups there just for me, but the catch was made by the shortstop.
So that'll bring in Colton Metter. Singled his last time, but rounded the bag a little too much and was gunned down 5-3-4 on a rundown. So now the first pitch on the way from Gardewine is in the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes. Right fielder playing a little... Actually, no, not from this vantage point. Not playing that close to the line. Here comes. As the 1-0 quickly turns to 2-0. Center fielder, considering I cannot see him, I have to assume it's either straight away or a little bit to the left.
Yep, just off center a little bit.
And the 2-0 coming. Ripped foul down the third base line. Good effort there by Colton Metter. Good cut. It's 2-1.
That ball was an off-speed pitch. It spun like a cement mixer right up high in the middle of the zone, and Metter just couldn't quite keep his hands back long enough for pouncing on that pitch and pulling it foul.
2 balls and a strike with 1 out. 1-1 ball game here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. As we near the noon hour, here comes the 2-1 pitch on the way to Metter. It's going to sail high. 3 balls and a strike with the pitcher float on deck, and the Rams trying to get something done that might help out their cause offensively. Here in this bottom half of the 4th inning, in those gray tops today, they always wear the gray pants with the black stripe. Comes inside, and that's going to be a 1-out walk to Metter.
Metter's on again. Boy, he has had a streak the last 2 weeks, hitting the ball well, getting on base, doing things in the field. I mean, he has had, so far, a fantastic spring. Month from today, Rams host Highland doubleheader. Hard to believe.
That is. Always one of my favorite doubleheaders.
Yeah.
Love it over
there.
That for some reason.
Up there.
1 out, a runner on. It's going to come high to Flota. Takes it to 1-0 pitch. Of course, we'll get you some scores throughout the day as
I got one.
Start to get in action. What do we got?
WSV leads Goreville 10-3, 4-3 in softball.
Wow.
A bit of a shocker. Goreville's probably, non-conference game.
Sure. Gardewine out the stretch. Right-hander will fire inside, and that's going to miss the flow. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 out and 1 on here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Tied at 1 against the defending 1A state baseball champions, now in 2A this year.
Could have had, if Nashville would have been here today for softball, could have had 3 defending champs in the county.
2-0, here we go. Runner's going to stay put. This could be a ground ball to the shortstop. Heck will stick on the second base bag, throw to first. 6-3 is going to retire the side here in the 4th. Through 4, tied at 1. This is Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
It happens every spring. You need a great quality, new-to-you vehicle. There's a reason why Second Chance Auto has been helping put families into affordable, dependable vehicles for over 32 years. Honest, fair deals. Ain't nothing fancy, just great vehicles with warranties, honest deals, and bank rate financing for all. That's the only way Second Chance Auto will do business. And you don't even have to leave your home to get credit approval. Call Second Chance Auto at 244-4582 and get pre-approved right over the phone. They know bad things can happen to good people. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon.
Startup businesses, and they come in the door, they're pretty green.
Randy Atkinson, owner of Heartland Accounting, on why he is a small business expert.
I have had businesses where I've talked to people in their garage and have grown it to work in 3 states. There's a lot of tremendous opportunity to help people from the very inception of their business, whether it's just talking about what does it take to become successful, what sorts of things do we need to stay legal. I feel very qualified to help people get to where they want to be. I've had that experience and have helped that situation become successful.
Heartland Accounting, 3000 Broadway, Suite 2B.
Back to the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
WMIX and WMIXSports.com as we head to the top half of the 5th inning. Due up for the Bulldogs at St. Anthony will be 9-1-2 with Scott Renfro, Jacob Lawrence, and Jacob Schutte due up for the Bulldogs.
I've heard a getaway day in the majors where games fly by. This game started at 10:52, and at 11:42, 4 innings are in the book.
Not bad. That scoreboard update an inning ago was brought to you by Tony Wilson State Farm Insurance. We'll be glad to help your family with all of their insurance needs. Give his office a call. Find him on the web at TonyWilt.com or look for the white State Farm Jeep around town, as this will be a quick 1-0 count on the batter, Renfro, to get it started. He singled his last time, but that was an inning where the Rams got an impressive 5-3 double play out of Sawyer Harrison to end the threat. And now a 1-0 pitch will catch the outside corner, quickly make the count 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch on the way, tries to go. Took something off of that.
Got a piece of it, but stayed in the catcher's mitt for strike 2.
So it's 1 ball and 2 strikes now, and the batter went for Renfro. Give me some issues. 1-2 coming. Ooh, chases the 1-2 waste in the dirt, and Weber's going to fire down to first base. That is a good pickup by Metter. They're not going to get it. We're going to have
they're going to have an overrule.
I was going to say, because he was out, because he picked it up at the nick of time.
Watch this. They're going to have the overrule. Yeah, guy behind the plate will have it. And they're going to overrule, and then Effingham St. Anthony's going to be mad.
And that's going to happen, but if you look at it from this issue, that's a good job by the umpires. You see something you know is wrong or right or what have you, you take care of it. That's what they did there, and with 1 out.
Now, I don't think there's much argument. None from Effingham St. Anthony. They had a break, and the umpire made sure they didn't get a break. So this is a right call.
There you go. Because Metter picked it up just in the nick of time. We'll reset here out of the windup. We'll come float on a fastball to Lawrence. He's 0 for 2 today, and now make it an 0-1 count, and this at bat here in the top of the 5th, tied at 1.
Anthony goes with the Angels logo. Look.
0-1, powered pass again. Swung and a miss, and it's 0-2. Floated with 5 Ks on the day. Pitching very effectively for the Rams here. Just that one flaw, and that was a leadoff double back in the 2nd that came back to haunt. And now we've been 1-1 ever since. 0-2. Ooh, comes knuckleball that time, and it's going to be a ground ball to third base. Harrison picks it up, fires across. Good grab by Metter, and 5-3 is your second out.
Sawyer showed off the cannon that time.
Yes, he did. Second Chance Auto, one of our Rams boosters. Get your credit approved over the phone at Second Chance without even leaving your home. Just pick up the phone and dial 244-4582. Cars, trucks, SUVs, vans. The largest selection in one location at Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Quick pitch on the way. It's going to turn Schutte inside. He's 0-1 today. Walked back in the 3rd. And it's a 1-0 count here. Again, tied at 1. Bases empty in the top of the 5th inning with St. Anthony at the plate. 2 outs. Loda gets set, throws outside this time to the right-handed batter. It's a quick 2-0 count.
Oh, easy to get those first 2 outs sometimes and try to get that third. A letdown.
It's a little more difficult at times. 2 balls, no strikes. Here comes. That's going to miss outside, and now definitely is a definitive hitter's count of 3 balls and no strikes. Rio coming. It's going to be high. It's going to be a walk. 2 outs. The 2-out walk could come back to haunt the Rams. We'll see as Hecht will step in 0 for 2.
No obligatory 3-0 strike there that time. Too far. And now Mr. Hecht will come in. Had that shot to Sawyer Harrison last time.
And with 2 outs and a runner on, Rams are going to try to get out of this inning as well. Hecht will stand in. Pitch on the way from Floater. This one's going to be ripped into right field. Pike will take a great angle and make the grab. So the lefty comes up big again. We're through 4.5. Tied at 1. This is Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
More Americans are on the move today than ever before. One of the most popular modes of transportation is the motorcycle. Motorcycles take us to our jobs, school, to the beach, and all around the country. If you're a bike rider, your Pekin Insurance Agency, Page Insurance on Crownview in Mount Vernon, wants to make sure you have the best insurance protection while you're riding. Ask about the money-saving auto cycle discount and the experienced driver discount, too. Call Page Insurance at 242-7000 today about motorcycle insurance from Pekin Insurance.
I'm Kevin Snyder with a look at your next rad weather. For the afternoon, it will be partly sunny and milder, high around 60. A mainly clear and chilly night tonight with a low of 43. Then tomorrow, breezy and warmer, partly sunny with a high 75. Variably cloudy and warm Monday with a shower or thunderstorm around in the afternoon, high of 73. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
To the bottom half of the fifth we go. Due up for Mount Vernon. It'll be Williams, Reeves, and Harrison. 6, 7, and 8 in the Mount Vernon order. I don't see any changes defensively to speak of for the Bulldogs. Not that we would necessarily be able to tell. Looks like everything's the same from the lineup card. This game is roughly about 56 minutes old. As we're near the top of the noon hour here from Brennan Klein Field. Bottom of the fifth inning, tied at 1. Gardewine out of the windup. Williams shows bunt, trying to push it down the first base side. It rolls foul. It's 0-1.
Hour in. That's not bad.
Of course, we'll look for a Red Lake College player of the game in our post-game show. Where you can save thousands of dollars in your college education at Red Lake College. Look online at rlc.edu to find the opportunities that await. Williams shows bunt, pulls back, rips it foul off of the matting at the backstop, and it's quickly 0-2.
Trying all kinds of trickery out there, is Matthew Williams.
Of course, we beg your pardon if we jerk or look cautious sometimes.
We just don't trust the net.
Yeah, that's a nice way to put it. 0-2 coming to Williams in the dirt, bounces around, 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Williams
going to call it how it is. This net has seen too many baseballs go through it this spring, and therefore not going to trust the net at certain angles.
That one, however, did not concern us. The 1-2 coming. Williams will foul tip it. Thought he swung through, but he foul tipped, so stay in the box, can't run it out. He did get away from the catcher, and we'll reset it. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody on, nobody out, as Williams gets it started here in the the bottom half of the fifth inning, tied at 1. 1-2, comes again, trying to get that timing back, lifts this to the right field, shading foul on the run, is the right fielder who can't make the grab. Good try, but just couldn't come up with it.
Well, he stuck his hand up there, glove up. Looked to me like instead of running on his toes, he was running on the heels or the balls of his feet. And therefore, when you do that, your head bobs, and you start seeing a couple different baseballs, and that's what it looked like to me.
Of course, there's a bit of a leak over there in the right field corner. I think one of the sprinkler heads or something to that effect. Yeah. So it's always a little bit wetter over there as the 1-2 comes. Chopped ground ball to third base. Took the right hop. Sprint throw. Fires across. High throw. And safely at first be Williams. He'll head on to second. The Rams will have a runner in scoring position for the first time since the first inning.
On the error, E5.
Played it so beautifully off of the hop and then rushed the throw. And that allows Williams to get to second base.
That's the second error on St. Anthony. For Mount Vernon, the leadoff hitter in the fifth gets on. Missing to see what Tim Holloway does in the tie game in the bottom of the fifth, if he lets Clayton Reeves swing or if he makes him do some sacrifice bunting.
We'll see what type of lamb he becomes. Gardewine gets set out of the stretch, looks back at the runner. Now here comes a nobody tip, pulls back right down the middle, 0-1.
Tell you what, Matthew Williams, if second baseman has to be concerned about getting to first, and the shortstop doesn't have to get to third, doesn't he do a better job of holding that runner on? Now he's going to. Matthew could have a huge lead.
Bottom of the fifth, tied at 1. 1 on and nobody out. Reeves shows butt, goes back. Williams is already halfway there. He'll go on the pass ball. And Matthew Williams gets to third base and gives the Rams a real threat to try to get that game up. Go ahead, run across.
And the way they're doing it is interesting because St. Anthony was defending the bunt defense. They were bringing the corners in. Shortstop covered third, and second goes to first, but the shortstop has to worry about getting that runner back at second to cut his lead down, and shortstop would leave early, and Williams would get that lead. That's why he got the third on that wild pitch.
Here comes a high pitch, and now 3-0 count, really?
Yep, 3-0.
Oh, it's 2-1.
That's one of those things where you put on a bunt defense there, and you got to have your third baseman stay home there. Make your pitcher cover that third base line.
Here comes 3-0, and that is going to be a walk issued to Clayton Reeves. So 2 on. The runners are at the corners with just nobody out here in this fifth inning. Rams are trying to lock this 1-1 tie. Sawyer Harrison will come up to the plate with a big RBI chance. Rams baseball is powered by Community First Bank. Your community, your choice, your bank. With 5 locations and friends and neighbors on staff who understand your needs, Community First Bank keeps it simple. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. First pitch on the way. Harrison shows bunt, pulls it back. Williams is going to stay put, but the runner will stay at second base as that Plinko threw the 5-hole of the catcher. And not much that they could do there. Williams thought about going, but picked it up and headed back and probably made a wise decision.
Made a wise decision. That ball didn't get out of the cut of the home plate area, the circle. Has action in the St. Anthony pen. They don't know there's a bullpen down there, so it must be wet down there in the bullpen, I would surmise. But the infield now in at all four positions here is Mount Vernon, second and third, and nobody out.
Here comes, and a ground ball to short. We'll get a run across. That'll bounce off of the mid. Harrison's going to race down to first base, and unfortunately, the Rams can't get the run across the plate, but probably still yet a wise decision for Matthew Williams. But that not bouncing far enough away, still could have made it throw home.
Infield was in. They were even on the infield grass. And a hard hit ball right at the shortstop, and then he knocked it down and was still, because it was hit so hard directly at him, he didn't have to move a lot left to right, was able to make the throw to first and get the first out of the inning.
Rams will take it. That'll bring in Hayden Paninsky. Big RBI chance, 2 on, 1 out here at the bottom of the fifth. Runners are in scoring position. And here comes a high pitch for a ball to Paninsky, who lined out to third his last time. Let's see. All-Stars and Stitches, one of our Rams boosters here. Big Dave and All-Stars, we'll say about them after the 1-0 comes. It's going to sit on that inside corner of Paninsky, 1-1. If you can put a logo on it, All-Stars and Stitches can probably print it for you. Banners, signs, promotional products. Actually, if you can put something on something, Big Dave can probably make it happen. See them at just west of the Benton High School, or call 435-5555. Paninsky shows bunt, pulls back, and that's a strike. Probably not an option now with a 1-2 count. That's something you knew that they were really wanting to get that bunt down in that particular instance. But now on 1-2, we'll see what the Rams are able to make happen with runners at second and third and just blown out here in the fifth. Gardewine gets set. Here comes the pitch. Paninsky, does he lift it far enough into right? It's in the shallow right field. Back. Well, now Travis will make the grab. He had to step back, and when he had to step back, that was going to make a throw home difficult, and that allows Williams to score.
Yeah, once he had to go back and take care of the ball, that was the end of it. Once he had to step back, and Mount Vernon was able to break this tie, because the outfield was there, but the wind gusted and moved it back.
He can take an angle on that where he has to come up on it. He probably has a chance to get the runner at home. But great base running by the Rams. Reeves took third base, and that'll bring in Jake Pike with 2 out and a runner on third. Pike, of course, had the lone run up until that point as he singled and scored, stole a base back in the first. He flew out to center his last time. Has an opportunity to bring another across the plate. Here comes. The first pitch will bounce in the dirt for 1-0 to the left-hander. It was inside. So 1-0 count, 2 gone, runner on third base here in the home half of the fifth. Rams on top 2-1 against the defending 1A state champs. Gardewine will come with it. Miss high, it's 2-0. We're back on the air immediately following this first game with game number 2 between the Rams and the Bulldogs. Doubleheader today. Glad to have you with us for both. See what happens. 2-0 coming, make it 3-0. Good hitters count for Pike.
Well, I'd like to keep this inning going. Get some more runs here for Trevor Flota.
3 balls, no strikes, 2 gone. Here comes. That's going to be the obligatory 3-1, but that really was a good pitch on the inside corner to the left-handed bat. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Again, the runner on third base is Reeves. Third baseman playing even with the bag near the grass, as is the first baseman. Trying to make sure nothing escapes the infield. That's in the dirt, and that's going to be a 2-out walk to Jake Pike.
Might be interesting to see if any forced balk kind of silliness is going to happen. Maybe. Maybe not.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. We'll keep you up to date with the details from around the sports world. Locally, regionally, statewide, nationally, internationally, you name it. We take care of you. Runners at the corners, 2 gone. Here comes. First pitch will be high to Landon Thomas, a rare 0 for 2 today, and it's a 1-0 count. Any scores starting to roll in? Other than that one?
4-4. All I have.
Goreville and WSV softball. Waltonville, Cesar-Valliere. 1-0's the count here. Here comes the pitch out of the stretch from Gardewine. The right-hander is going to miss high to the left-handed bat Thomas. And it's now a 2-0 count. Scoreboard updates powered by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance. For all of your insurance and financial service needs, see Tony and Mount Vernon worldwide online at TonyWilt.com or look for the white State Farm Jeep around town.
Carterville beat Pleasant Plains softball 14-4.
Wow! As Thomas is going to lift one into center. Should be a proud for shooting. He'll make the grab with a pair of hands. So the Rams can get 1 run across the plate. That might be enough. It's 2-1 after 5. This is Mount Vernon Baseball from WMIX Sports.
With 2 new hospitals, trusted physicians, and dedicated staff, it's clear that our local healthcare industry is helping to make our community stronger every day. Hi, I'm Terry Prosize, a commercial lender and healthcare banking specialist at Community First Bank. I'm putting over 20 years of healthcare and business experience to work for our medical community and local businesses. Whether you have an expanding physician practice, an existing business, or hoping to start a new business, I have the financial prescription for you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Backaches, bad hips, rickety knees? Why not try aquatic therapy? The Red Lake College Aquatic Center has more than a swimming pool. Try a 6-lane, 75-foot lap pool along with a whirlpool 10 feet in diameter and a 10-foot by 20 hydrotherapy pool. Aquatic therapy is very affordable. In many cases, the tuition is waived entirely. With special access and dressing areas for the elderly and physically challenged, getting in the water is easy. Experts are on hand to assist with various areas of aquatic fitness and rehab. Call 437-5321 extension 1207 or visit rlc.edu.
This is Rams Baseball on WMIX Mount Vernon and all of Southern Illinois. Or pick us up on any device at WMIXsports.com. Yet more free services from Withers Broadcasting.
You betcha. We head to the top of the 6th. Rams on top 2-1, and that's going to bring up Busher, Holscher, and Puckett for St. Anthony. Flota back out for another inning on a check swing. It's a ground ball to, second, but to first. Metter picks it up and fires over to Flota for the 3-1.
Key on that is when Metter goes to his right to field that, the key is any ground ball to the right side, the pitcher's automatic first reaction to go to first. Flota did that, was able to cover on the 3-1 put out.
Fundamentally sound baseball player all around. Right now, that'll bring in Holscher with the bases empty and 1 out. Pitcher's going to get inside. It's 1-0 now. See what we have for you. Second Chance Auto, one of our fine sponsors. Largest selection of pre-owned vehicles priced at $10,000 in one location. Say more. 1-0 coming. Going to miss low and inside to the right-handed batter Holscher, who's 1 for 2 today. But second chance now, you can get your credit approved right over the phone. 244-4582. Cars, trucks, SUVs, vans. Largest selection in one location resides at Second Chance Auto. 2-0 the count. Going to miss low and away. Make it 3-0 now. So with 1 out and nobody on, Holscher maybe trying to get something started inside this game.
Trevor's going over the 70-pitch mark now in this stage of the game. So with action in the pin from Mount Vernon, not sure what his length is.
This one will get away on a wild pitch on 3-0. The runner will take his base. Holscher's going to round first and stay put. Weber quick to react and does a great job of getting to the backstop to pick it up.
Yep, and that right there. Action in the pin. Tim Holloway going to walk out. He looks like he's walking with a purpose. Could
walking
be wrong,
intently. I can tell you, this break in the action is powered by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy. Stop by the locally owned Medicine Shop where customer service is their top priority. So let's see. Cannot see who that is in the pin. The fence, of course, making a great screen. Brock Fulkerson, the one sit down to go get him.
Yeah, it looked like Tyler Ellis. Brock Fulkerson is down there manning the gate. I don't see Mr. Ellis in the dugout, which leads me to believe that maybe he's the one as this long conversation abounds going on.
Only guys I see in the dugout are Young.
Gines.
And then the 2 uglies. Fulkerson and McClure don't count. Fulkerson's down there in the bullpen, watching from the outside, which means it must be Morgan catching Ellis. Where's Pat?
Oh, no.
On the roster, or on the lineup card. He must be sitting to the right.
He must be sitting hiding.
There's a loud strike call on the outside corner. Braden Puckett, who stands in, has an RBI ground out. That was their lone run. With a runner on first and 1 out. Pat, I think, might be doing the scoreboard.
Yeah, I bet he is.
So 2-1 ball game here in the top of the 6th inning with a runner on and 1 out. Puckett, the right-handed bat, facing the right-handed pitcher, Flota. Conversation's over, just to buy some time for the reliever.
Yep. Flota, as I said, he's in the middle 70s at 80 now, and he's got to get some things done.
So Flota out of the stretch. We await the 1-1 offering. Here it comes. This one's going to be popped up on a hit and run. It'll go foul behind us. No sound is good sound in this case. Sarah Staley at Country Financial is one of our boosters. What you don't know or understand about your existing policies can end up hurting you and your family. With the right help from Country Financial, almost any family can achieve financial security. Develop a plan to meet your goals with your Country Financial rep in Mount Vernon, Sarah Staley is that. It'll be a fastball inside, blown past the batter pocket. He'll strike you out. That's 2 away. That's 6.
Yep, high fastball. A little chasing going on.
The thing I like about Flota isn't the repertoire. It's not his location. It's the way he mixes up his pitches. Obviously, and some of that will come with the assistance of the coaching staff and the catcher, but just does it effectively.
The Flota term is crafty. Takes what he has. He's not going to overpower and get 10, 12 strikeouts a game. He's just going to go at contact, and he's going to get strikeouts here and there.
Pitch comes inside, attacks with a fastball on the first pitch to Gardewine. Comes inside 1-0. The pitcher, Gardewine, struck out his last appearance swinging. Right-hander Flota with a runner on. Here comes the pitch on the way, and that's going to miss outside. It's quickly 2-0. Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of Rams and Lady Rams Athletics. Here on WMIX, the 2-0 pitch we await. Here it comes out of the stretch. Going to catch the outside corner. Good location. It's 2-1.
Better pitch that time.
So 2 outs and a runner aboard for St. Anthony. The tying run on first base. We're in the top of the 6th. A 2-1 Ram lead as the right-handed bat Gardewine gets set against his counterpart pitcher. Here comes the Flota pitch. It misses outside. The right-hander now has a 3-1 count.
Dragging that arm through the zone. I wonder if Mr. Flota loses this guy, if that will be it, because the action, the bullpen has stopped, which is usually a signal that whoever's down there is ready to go.
3 balls and a strike. Here comes. Oh, just pushed outside, and that'll be a 2-out walk to put 2 aboard.
Well, no walk.
Going to take their chances against Cabas, who's 0 for 2 today. Struck out both times.
Yeah, this is, like you said, he was looking for something, and a swing and a miss. Bottom guys have struck out 3 out of 4 times in their at-bats.
2 out, 2 on. Here comes. Blows a fastball past him. 0-1 to the right fielder. With 5 Jefferson County branches and responsive quality service for all of your accounts, Community First Bank would like to be the first to say, welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC. And 0-1 is the count. 2 on. This one's going to be ranked to the right, and that'll be trouble. It'll take a bad bounce on Pike. It'll get past. 1 run is going to score. Here comes the runner from third. He'll stay put, and we're tied at 2. They took their chances. They got burned, and it's an RBI.
Well, you almost have to give an error, which would knock off the RBI. Because I think if Pike comes up with it, he does not score. But however, it is tied up at 1, and that's the thing, is it turns into a hit and an error because ball took a crazy hop, but that crazy hop meant that the runner could score.
So now we're going to see that pitching change. This break in the action is powered by the Medicine Shop. Stop by the locally owned Medicine Shop Pharmacy, where customer service is their top priority. And don't forget about TMS Mobility and Rehab for all of your standard and custom mobility needs. The Rams are going to make a change here in the 6th. Tied at 2 on a single by Cabas, who went to second base on the throw. And now it's 2nd and 3rd for the Bulldogs, threatening to take the lead here in the top half of the 6th inning. So Tyler Ellis will be the man on in relief. Hayden Paninsky will be the odd man out as he'll take a seat. Trevor Flota will move to second base.
Trevor goes 5 2/3, gives up 5 hits as of now, 2 runs, 1 earned, 5 walks, 5 strikeouts. He is responsible for the runners at 2nd and 3rd. Can be the loser. Can have no decision. Cannot be the winner today.
So Tyler Ellis will make a rare appearance in relief. Good to see him back on the hill after battling something.
Well, and the thing about this is for Mr. Ellis, he has started when he has thrown this year. Now you throw a guy in, and what he has to do is he has to go down, and that's why the extended time to warm up. He has to warm up like he is a starting pitcher. In this case, coming into the ball game, he has to come in like that. The tough part is he has to start with runners on 2nd and 3rd with 2 outs, and his job is to try to keep it a 2-2 game.
So in steps Tyler Ellis to take over in relief, and again, the Rams defensively. Reeves remains in left, Landon Thomas in center, Jake Pike in right. Flota will take over at second base after another solid performance, and Ellis will become your pitcher. And Colin Young, of course, comes in to catch.
And sometimes in the outfield, the ball will hit, and you don't know where it's going to squirrel away from, but you don't lock it down.
That means Ellis' pitcher will be more like a major league lineup, at least a National League lineup, batting ninth. May or may not see Ellis today get a chance to bat. So catcher and pitcher get established. We have a fresh battery. And a 2-2 game with the big bat of Scott Renfroe coming in.
Now they're going to let Weber rest, probably, because he's got some pitching to do, I'm sure, in the game, too. Did a good job behind the plate.
Probably will catch the next game, if I had to guess. Depending on how long this one goes. 2-2 ball game, top of the sixth. St. Anthony threatening with a go-ahead run on third. 2 outs. Tyler Ellis called to get the Rams out of this jam. And the first pitch will miss low for ball one. Of course, Renfroe led off the fifth, an inning to go with a strikeout. And with 2 on and 2 out, the Rams trying to get out of this inning. Pitch on the way from Ellis is going to miss low. 2 balls and no strikes. Avery Barton doing great things back in our Mount Vernon studio and in the office building. Appreciate his assistance today. 2-0 the count, 2-2 the score. We're tied in the sixth. Now, pitch fired across the middle of the plate for 2-1.
Well, he had to take till he had a strike. It was,
Of course, we'll look for a Red Lake College player of the game. Red Lake College saves you thousands through college education. Get a quality education at a fair price. Log on to rlc.edu for more. 2-1 outside, veers off, 3 balls and a strike.
Orphan's getting a look at us from behind.
Really?
Nothing people behind us in the bleachers.
Nice.
May as well check things out.
Be here on Tuesday. That game will be on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. 3-1 in route. That's going to catch the outside corner, full count. Annie's and Lady Rams, however, will be on the Big 12-10, our sister station, at mywithersradio.com/Centralia, as we will have both Mount Vernon and Centralia games on the radio and a Withers broadcasting station. Full count, 2 on, 2 gone. Here comes. Ooh, a foul tip to stay alive. I was hoping that would be the out pitch for the sake of Tyler Ellis. No pronoun in front of that. I meant he was hoping. Wasn't the first person, wasn't the third person. There was just none at all.
Did not signal a thing over here.
Did not leave a noun to modify. Here comes outside, and that's going to walk the bases loaded. Not what the Rams wanted here, but Ellis comes out of the bullpen with the first batter face in a high-intensity situation. Maybe gets this one. Jacob Lawrence, the leadoff batter, who's 0 for 3 today. But it was an 0-2 guy with 2 strikeouts in the day that burned him. That's how we're tied at 2. Right now, the base is juiced, top 6, tied at 2. Ellis out of the stretch will come with it here. That's going to be a ground ball foul. Good effort by Sawyer Harrison.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll be a good strike.
Well, foul.
Bases loaded again, top of the 6th inning with St. Anthony threatening. The Bulldogs trying to get the lead for the first time today. Have been playing from behind and or tied. Pitch on the way, catches the outside corner, and there you go, Tyler Ellis. 0-2. Due up for the Rams in the bottom half of the inning. It'll be 3, 4, and 5. See what that portion of the lineup can get accomplished here in the bottom half. 0-2 coming, swung on a miss. The Rams get out of the inning, but not before the tying run crosses the plate. 2-2 through 5.5. This is Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
State Farm, this is Jessica.
Hey, Jessica, Jerry Newman. Does State Farm offer more discounts to more drivers?
Yep, like the good driver discount.
So it's for good, but not great drivers.
No, Jerry. There's also the multi-line discount.
For calling from multiple lines while driving.
You should never use a phone while driving.
I only make calls from my car when I'm stuck in a ditch or something.
Are you in a ditch?
Yes, I am.
State Farm offers more discounts to more drivers than any other insurance company. Get to a better state.
One more reason to call State Farm agent Tony Wilton Mount Vernon at 242-1421.
Your spine is a miracle of engineering, so when pain strikes, your body is telling you to get help fast. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois is proud to feature their spine care team. And when there are back problems, pain is always a constant companion. The Orthopedic Center also specializes in pain management, so put our spine care team on the job. Find out more online at orthocenter-si.com. Stop the pain, fix the problem, and enjoy life again. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball on WMIX and WMIXsports.com.
Your community, your choice, your bank, with 5 locations, friends and neighbors on staff like Joe David Cummins, Joanne Joy, and Terry Procise. Community First Bank of the Heartland keeps it simple. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. Official voice of the Rams here as we head to the bottom half of the 6th. Colin Young, Colton Metter, and Trevor Flota do up. Pitcher is... looks like we have a new pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
Pitcher is now the DH, Alex Holscher. We'll discuss some changes. See if any other portions of the lineup change for St. Anthony. Schultz is still at first. Renfro is still at third. Looks like Heck still at second. Might just be an even swap. Not sure where Garderline ended up. But we'll figure that out later. With no numbers on the front of the unis, it's a little bit more difficult to discern who is who. Of course, the guy whom the DH replaces is still out there. So
there's some lineup questions going on now with coach from Effingham St. Anthony and the umpire.
So if the DH comes in, how can he... Yes, how can the guy at first base remain in the game?
Right. I think he's got to go out, does he not? Is there anybody at first base?
Same cat that's been out there.
Okay.
Tom Fulkerson's all over it now.
Here comes Tom Fulkerson. He's been all over a lot of things today. Here he comes.
These are the things that leave him perturbed at times.
These are the things that bother him immensely, as you say. Where he walks over and shakes his head. He doesn't have the rake in his hand now.
Well, that's
a good sign.
Of course, the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios are driven by King City Chrysler, your Jeep headquarters in Southern Illinois. See their selections of Grand Cherokees, Patriots, and more at KingCityChrysler.com. Or see for yourself at 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski on WMIX. Glad to have you with us. Game number 1 between the Rams and the St. Anthony Bulldogs. Game 2 will take place shortly on prom. Prom day, prom night. Clayton Reeves wearing a hoodie. Getting ready to put one on. Yeah, makes fun of me.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to hear about that between games.
Yeah, he's got a hoodie on.
He's trying to look manly with it just over his arms.
Well, and it's green even.
Can't believe it. Unbelievable. Wearing the hoodie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes fun of me for being cold.
Yeah.
He's going to hear about it.
Mm-hmm.
Can't believe it.
Yeah.
Anyhow, we'll get this inning started eventually. Maybe they'll get this lineup straightened out, but there's our understanding that obviously if you bring the DH in a position, you lose that position.
Yeah.
Or the person,
not that position.
Right.
They don't get to play defense to 8 players.
At least not without there anyway. You might sacrifice the center fielder.
And then it becomes okay. Now what? Now it comes to discussion. Here comes 2 more guys into it.
Well, it's just become a quorum now.
Yeah. Now you're getting to the point of having a board meeting. 5 people involved.
Well, they do have an odd number, so a majority could theoretically rule. Colin Young, patiently.
We'll be here all day as they try
to get this one in. They got to go to prom.
Yeah, they got lunch date, dinner plan,
pictures.
Pictures are
the most important.
Hey, dinner at McDonald's is cheap. Just remember that. Oh, you're not? Okay, good.
Smart
You're
man.
saving your money. You're a smart guy.
He does have the highest GPA on the team.
That's right, he does. A 6.1 or
Lest
something.
we forget as we interact with friends
high school kids.
Yeah. Sometimes we're not. I think.
What?
I think sometimes they wish we won it, but it is what it is.
You know, when you got a delay here, and you got to
do something.
You got to do something to Paul. You don't want dead air, and you don't want any stuttering stammering going on.
Well, I don't mean that way. I just mean more with them. They've got to stay focused somehow. This is the easiest way to unravel.
They're all right. They're fine. They're kids. They are resilient. Of course, you look at Effingham St. Anthony. They got a quorum of the infielders out there behind the mound. I'm sure they're talking about going to Culver's. And now what do we got going on? Boy, we got all kinds of things going on. Before this is over, we might be in the game.
I'm going to tell you right now, if Quinn McClure comes out, it's trouble.
Yeah.
That will not be good.
He should be out anyway because he should be at first base.
I haven't seen him yet, though. Oh, there
he's hiding.
He's talking to people on the fence line.
Yeah, he's talking to people that brought a camera.
Hey, I'm not trying to be that way.
Yeah.
Did it really take us this long to figure this out?
No. Yes, it did.
I'm saying.
You got to go out. Sorry, you're done. Goodbye.
Can't bring the DH to pitch and then not keep the guy who he's
DHing for the lineup. He's got to come out, too. The umpires explained to the first baseman, hey, your day's done on this game.
Yep.
Tom Fulkerson straightened it out. Tim Holloway wants a review. He's thrown his red flag.
The kind of stuff Tim and I were talking about before the game. Oddly enough.
Yeah, and then camera guy shaking his head down the right field line. I can see that from here.
He's just trying to stay.
If he
he's trying to make good pictures. He might. He can probably make a killing on the side.
Over here counting his money he's saving. No.
Even though Dad is listening.
Yeah, Tom Fulkerson says, hold on.
Fewer well-balanced kids on this planet than Colin Young.
Yeah. Now Colin Young's like, here, take that.
I'm not sure how I just said that, but I meant that well. There are not as many well-balanced kids as there are.
Tom Fulkerson's okayed it, so I guess we can play now. He's shaking his head.
Arms up.
Arms up. That's not good, folks.
God bless America.
And we get ready to go.
You said that. Sammy Sosa.
Yeah, but then Kurt Schilling echoed the comments one night on national TV on the Sleep Fest known as the Home Run Derby. That delay only took about 7 minutes.
That's the first pitch strike to Young for the trouble. Now Young, Freddie Cat here, is going to turn on once and it's foul. Between the cage and the third base dugout. You drop the word batting cage, it's much easier to spit out, remember. So an 0-2 count on Young. We're finally going here. Believe it or not, in the bottom half of the sixth. That one's going to get away.
Not right to us.
It's 1-2. Right there. Colton Metter will
get that.
He will not acknowledge.
He won't. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does.
Okay.
No word on his prom status.
No, we'll get a prom status update between games.
Which time pictures will be for him. That's usually the biggest part. I hated that part. The 1-2 coming. Of course, I was a professional prom attendee, DC. I was when I was 20.
Well, here's the thing about prom, and I think it's like a one-upsmanship kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
So it's kind of like, okay, yeah, you're going to take pictures at this place, great.
2-2 coming, Mrs. High.
Hey, the backyard under a tree is wonderful. We don't have to go over to
Well, there are many that make a living as photographers, and we appreciate their craft as well.
Well, they smoke a lot of people.
Not that too. I mean, in general about the industry. Full count. Young's going to rip it to short. Picked up by whom we assume it's still Ben Hex, fires over to first, and Gardewine, the pitcher who had to come in and play first base in order to make that swap legal, makes the grab. So 6-3 is your first down.
I'm just not big in that one-upsmanship kind of stuff.
Well, that'll happen.
Yeah, it does. Softball
back today?
Yeah, into 5. Goreville leads WSB 8-4. Softball.
Okay. Tell you about Tony Wild here in just a moment. As Metter steps in and rips one down the left field line. Foul. Into the bullpen, and it's 0-1 to Colt. Tony Wild, State Farm Insurance. For all of your insurance financial service needs, see Tony in his office. Look online at TonyWild.com or look for the white State Farm Jeep around town. I didn't see it.
Hang on. I'll read it after this next.
Oh, I think I have a good one.
Yeah, this is classic.
It involves that Q-back, too. I have a feeling as it comes inside. At least that was the form.
At Libby87 says, that's Clayton's new hoodie. He's probably just too excited to wear it that he could not resist. Ha, ha, ha.
Outstanding. Yeah. No friend tells all. This is going to be right up the middle off the second baseman. Tries to make a play off the hand. Shortstop makes the throw over, but
be a hit.
Safe is Colton Metter.
It's nice to have people in place to help us out. There will be. I think you're probably going to go get their lineup from dugout from the Rams.
Oh, yeah. You bet I am.
Okay, now we're going to have what would be a pinch runner.
Pinch runner, playing the rules of the game. And then that he can reinsert Colton Metter back into the lineup.
Oh, my Lord. You're not doing that, are you? Yes, you did.
I'll face that rap later.
On that one, too, on that.
2-2 is your score. Rams and Bulldogs are tied. Bottom of the sixth inning, 1 out, 1 on. Loader will stand in. Can't really help out his own cause now, but you can make Tyler Ellis the winner if he can get a run here and then hold him in the top of the seventh inning. First pitch of the ball, 1-0.
So I'm assuming you're going over hunting for Hoodie Man, right?
Oh,
I'll let you go over there and harass.
Oh, yeah.
He's still got it on, too. Look at him.
Why wear it here? 1-0 coming if it's new. Going to catch his own 1-1.
Well,
you don't want to get it dirty.
No.
Or ruin it. I know that's how I always felt. So I don't wear my nicest Sunday best.
I don't either.
So 1-1 the count. 1 out, runner on first. The runner Giant is going, and Loda's going to lift this one deep to center field. Giant is going to play the role of cat and mouse. It'll fall toward the wall. Flota's going to be on his horse. They're going to wave Giants around. Flota's headed for third base. This could be an RBI triple, and it is because Flota never stopped.
RBI triple. That ball one hop the bricks in center field. And the fourth hit of the day is a go-ahead RBI triple for Mr. Trevor Flota.
Nice, and a 3-2 ball game now in the bottom half of the sixth. That means it'll be last chance for St. Anthony in the seventh with Shooty Heck and Butcher due up. So that'll bring in Matthew Williams with one out and a runner at third base, so a chance to add some insurance runs here. Of course, Rams baseball, as always, is powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland as we near the bottom of the 12 o'clock hour here in Game 1. Shows bunt, pushes it down the first base side, and it scoots foul on the squeeze. Flota touches the plate for good measure before he heads back to third. So Clayton Reeves will now be hoodieless as he heads out. That's all right. Good kid. Think the world of him. Going to miss him after this year. Provide us countless hours of entertainment before, during, and after games. Even before he was in high school. 0-1 coming. Ooh. Going to scoot inside. Of course, Clayton would come to softball games when older sister Elena was catching for the Lady Rams. Gave the same torment to little brother Dylan at times as well. And here comes. It's inside to Williams. Now it's a 2-1 count. Two balls, one strike, and that's going to be in the opposite field. That'll score a run. The Rams will take a 4-2 lead on the RBI single by Matthew Williams. A great effort by the right fielder. Williams is going to turn. It's going to come toward the dugout. Williams is headed for second base, so it'll be a single and an error.
Insurance run, 4-2. That feels much, much better.
So it is still an RBI single for Williams.
That's the third error of the day on the Bulldogs.
And an E9. Because the run crossed because of the bat. Not because of the error, so an RBI. That's where you continue to do our best to explain this game of baseball, which can be so confounding at times. In steps Clayton Reeves with a runner on second. RBI chance, takes one belt high inside, 1-0. Appreciate those of you hitting us up on the Twitterverse at WMIX Sports. We're online at WMIXSports.com. Always appreciate interaction as we're going to have a conference between the mound and home plate, between the catcher and, of course, the pitcher, who is Alex Holscher. Came on in relief as Zach Garderwine. Had a bit of confusion as to whom could play first base. Got that figured out. And now we watch the McClure boys play catch.
Oh, they're back again?
Yep.
All righty.
1-0. Runner on second, here comes. Reeves will wave and miss, and it's 1-1.
Oh, he is hoodieless here.
Yeah, it doesn't have a number on the back. Can't wear it.
That's right. I'm sure there'll be some repercussions once he finds out what we're discussing.
Oh, there might.
Good Libby's keeping us updated, though.
We appreciate it. 1-1 coming. That is going to be tapped foul down the third base line. Clayton reached on a walk, but was stranded at third base a minute ago. Ball's behind the count here, 1-2. Of course, a three-sport athlete for the Mountford and Rams. Played quarterback for Jared Shaner. A guard at times for Scott Gamber. And in left field today for Tim Holloway. Tim, I believe, just a two-sport standout. Don't believe he played football.
Nope.
Just basketball and baseball. Went to SIUE.
Part of that Colt League team back on the day that went to the national tournament in West Lafayette.
Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on second base here in the bottom of the sixth inning. 4-2 Rams. Runner's going. This is going to be a strike. But the runner takes third base, and that's a strikeout for 2 outs.
Well, it's a stolen base. Williams got a good look. The pitcher forgot about him. But not sure that ball could have been hit without a wedge. As Reeves will circle back to the dugout, and he'll get his hoodie back on.
I mean, it wasn't entirely on the ground. It was kind of like that one hole at Putt Times in Oakville that used to have the air under.
Yeah.
Blew the ball up. What's sad is you know what I'm talking about. Yep.
Another place was Marion up by Ray Fossey Park.
Oh, yeah.
A good little putt-putt place, too.
Went there countless times.
Yeah, that was a good place. That was good entertainment during Colt League games and tournaments.
That's a good place to take for a good, clean high school date as the 0-1 is going to miss low and away.
And then
1 ball, 1 strike.
That was the old crushed brick infield of Ray Fossey Park that destroyed uniforms and baseballs alike.
And then there was another one at Marion behind the mall. 1-1 coming.
That wasn't
a catch.
Yeah.
I just like putt-putt. So it's 1-2.
Yeah.
So do you putt left or right?
Left.
I remember.
It's only
just because you swing left doesn't mean you putt left.
Okay.
I'm a right-hander that putts left. 1-2. I'm crazy, though, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now, of course, I've played golf since 08.
God, it's been like that long for me, too.
Yeah, it must feel that way, huh?
Lately.
I remember when I used to play daily with our bucket-hatted friend. Runner on third, 2 outs, 2-2 count, and comes a curveball, and it's going to be another called strike 3. And that'll do it for the Rams. If they add 2 more and take a 4-2 lead, headed into the last chance 7th. This is Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
Southern Illinois now has a better home for sports. It's the all-new WMIXSports.com. Jam-packed with local scores, video highlights, and archives of every local sports broadcast on WMIX. Did your team win? Missed that game-winning shot last night? Didn't catch your favorite coach on the Saturday sports show? WMIXSports.com is right at your fingertips. On your computer, your smartphone, your tablet, or your video game console. It's the all-new WMIXSports.com. Another free service from Withers Broadcasting.
Welcome back to Personal Banking is more than our tagline at Community First Bank. It's the truth. From our 5 locations in Jefferson County, the debit cards tied to local schools that we offer, the dozens of scholarships we provide to local youth, and even our president who sits at the front door. The Community First Bank difference is apparent. Our mission as Jefferson County's premier community bank is to provide the best customer service around. Stop by one of our 5 locations and experience true personal banking. Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball on AM 940 WMIX Mount Vernon and WMIXSports.com. Free services from Withers Broadcasting.
Cities after the city of Mount Vernon, our city of license. That's disappointing. 4-2 ball game as we head to the top of the 7th. St. Anthony's last chance will be Schutte, Hecht, and Busher. 4-2 ball game. Rams scored twice in the bottom half of the 6th. Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams here on WMIX. And, of course, for personal banking, see Bria Ashby or Debbie Ashby in Mount Vernon. Find ComFirst online at ComFirstBank.net. Community First Bank of the Heartland welcomes you back to personal banking. So Tyler Ellis comes out for another inning. Prefers the stretch as a ground ball. A short pitch snap there by Williams. Quickly up, fires across the diamond. It's time. What a play by Matthew Williams.
Picking it out there at shortstop. Backhand to his knee, spun around, made a strong throw across. A great stretch by Metter for the first out of the inning.
Can't tell me that kid doesn't make a difference in the lineup.
Welcome back.
No kidding. As that'll bring in Ben Hecht to 0-3 for today. First pitch strike on the outside corner, 0-1. We'll have a pretty busy Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. We'll get you your Renwick College Player of the Game and your Heartland County postgame stats. 0-1. Comes. Swung on a miss. On a pitch low and away. 0-2.
Positive of this game as well, seeing Tyler Ellis out here throwing. The key will be how he feels tonight and into tomorrow.
Go-to pitch en route. Snapped one off inside. That's going to send Pike on the run. That's going to get down toward the gap. Takes another bad hop. It'll be Thomas to come up with it off of the bounce. Rifles one in on the relay, and it'll be a one-out double by Ben Hecht.
Yeah, split the gap out there for the 6th hit for St. Anthony. Mount Vernon can't get anything going. If there's any prom updates, that'd be nice to hear. People we know are out riding around doing things. Soccer practice is over. Oh, is he going to try it? Yeah, he is.
It got in and got away on a throw. And the third base, of course, will go Hecht. I honestly did not see it.
Well, they tried to pick off attempt to second base, and Ellis didn't throw it in a great spot to be handled. So we'll go in E1, and that allowed a runner to get from second to third. So now St. Anthony has a runner at third and one out on the attempted pickoff at second base.
And with one out, the tying run at the plate is Austin Busher. He is 1 for 2 with a run scored. Or 1 of 3, pardon me. First pitch on the way catches the outside corner. Good location, good pound that time by Tyler Ellis. Not much left to tell you. There are many great sponsors here on Rams and Lady Rams. Athletics on the radio. 0-1 comes inside. Painting the plate now. Good job.
Yeah, now he's got to throw strikes. Need a big strike out here. Don't let that go-ahead run come to the plate.
See if this at-bat will be brought to you by the letter K. 0-2 the count. 1 gone. Runner on third. Here comes. It's going to be a comebacker just past the pitcher. Trouble for floated. It's a 4-3 ball game as it sneaks through.
Waved at it. Couldn't get it. And now trouble brews a little bit here as St. Anthony's got it to 4-3 on their 6th hit of the day.
And so now it's a 4-3 ball game. Go-ahead run is at the plate. The pitcher, Holscher, formerly the DH, can now help out his cause. Runner on first base, 1 out, top of the 7th. Ellis trying to get out. and get the Rams to win, and he'll throw one high and inside to Holscher, 1-0.
That was a really good pitch, I thought.
I agree, but that's the only way I can describe it to make it sound like a ball.
Okay.
So we're on the same page. Just trying to be quiet about it.
I don't care.
1-0. That wasn't you anyway, and it's fouled off.
I've been in trouble for doing nothing. So. Been in trouble for doing something. Is what it is.
Can't be what it's not. Runner on, 1 out. 4-3 ball game. Rams on top of the 7th. St. Anthony trying to get that run across the plate to tie her up. And now a called strike, and it's a 1-2 count. 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. Last chance for the Bulldogs, but they're making the most of this chance thus far. The winds are blowing out to right center field. And here comes a hit and run in play, and that's going to see its way through. Pike will come up with it. Has some issues with it out there in the outfield. Then slips and falls. Tying run is going to cross the plate. It's a 4-4 ball game. And the run is still heading to third base, and he'll be in there safely.
It'll go as a single and an error as Pike struggled to come up with the baseball in the outfield. And St. Anthony has battled back to tie it up at 4 here in the 7th. And they're still batting, and Tim Holloway will head to the mound.
Of course, there's a hit and run executed perfectly.
Yep. And an error. Mishandle. Now St. Anthony has tied it up.
Yikes. Well, you'll have that.
You will have that.
It is a 4-4 ball game. Top of the 7th. Go-ahead run is on third base for the Bulldogs. And a game that was moving ever so quickly, and you're hesitant to always point that out because now we are at about an hour and 40 minutes into this one.
Salem leads Charleston 7-1 in the 5th. And an Apollo Conference game, one of a doubleheader today.
Not bad. Tony Welch scoreboard update. Of course, Rams Athletics powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Here in the top half of the 7th inning, tied at 4. Runner on third and only 1 out. Tim Holloway going to talk to everybody, try to settle them down. That break in the action, of course, lest we forget, was powered by the Medicine Shop. Stop by the locally owned Medicine Shop Pharmacy, where customer service is their top priority.
And now, more action in the Rams' pen. Looks like Brock Fulkerson. The infield will come in. Runner at third and 1 out. That's the go-ahead run.
Playing to protect now. Braden Puckett stands in. First pitch on the way. It's low and into the dirt. 1-0.
Good stop. Like Colin Young had to reach across his body in left-hand batter's box and make that stop in the dirt. Catch the ball.
So 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Runner on third is a go-ahead run, and a pitch right across the plate is 1 ball and 1 strike now. Struck out in his last at-bat, did Puckett. That was the 6th strikeout of the day for Trevor Flota. Let's see what will happen on the 1-1 with 1 gone. Here comes the pitch. Ground ball to Flota. He will fire home. And it is not a force out, so no tag applied.
No, and I think it wasn't a force out. I don't think Colin Young thought he could get him. I really don't think that he thought he could get him. He's trying to get an out. It goes to the fielder's choice.
You can tell by how fast he got to the first base. He was just trying to get something.
Yep, and that he knew it wasn't a tag play. He was just trying to get an out. Because I don't think he could have done it. And now Mount Vernon down 5-4.
And pitch on the way. First pitch of the at-bat to Gardewine.
Yep. I don't think Colin thought he had a shot. He really didn't because the time he caught it, the guy was in the batter's box right-hand side getting ready to come in.
So the Rams may have squandered a chance here in Game 1. 5-4, St. Anthony on top. The 1-0 becomes 1-1 as it catches the outside portion of the plate to Gardewine. Will not be the pitcher of record in this one. Yep. Alex Holscher, of course, came on in relief and stands to be the winner at this point. Pitch on the way, swung on a miss, 1-2.
That's one of those deals where Mount Vernon was looking high and pretty, 4-2, but they've allowed 3 runs here in the top of the 7th so far.
Now it'll be up to 9-1-2 for Mount Vernon in the bottom half. Here comes, swung on a miss. And a strikeout for Ellis, and 2 away.
Good comeback. Rams in the other inning. Ellis will bat, actually, once they decide to pinch hit. His spot's due when he came in for Paninsky.
So Ellis out of the stretch with the runner on first. It's going to be a hard-hit ground ball second base side. Floater will pick it up, hurries to throw to first base, and in time. The damage done here in the 7th. The ground out to end the inning, but it's 5-4 Bulldogs. Last chance for the Rams coming up. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
What is good sports talk, really? Around these parts, it's the WMIX Saturday Sports Show. Every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news. With a vast assortment of interviews and knowledgeable in-studio discussion. It's the most content-driven local sports show on the radio dial. And it's every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news. Only on AM 940 and WMIXSports.com. Where you can listen on your computer, smartphone, or any device. It's all made possible by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be.
Your future is calling. With a GED test and some help from Run Lake College, you can answer the call. The current test expires at the end of 2013, and your scores will expire too if you don't finish and pass the test by then. Don't feel prepared? Don't worry, we can help. Visit finishtheged.com to learn more. Don't miss the chance to turn one small step into your next big opportunity, like college, a better job, and the respect you deserve. Finish your GED by the end of 2013. Questions? Call Run Lake College's Adult Education and Literacy Department today at 437-5321.
You're listening to Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
And we welcome you back to Brennan Klein Memorial Field. Last chance for the Rams coming up. It'll be Tyler Ellis, Jake Pike, and Landon Thomas. The Rams trail 5-4 after surrendering 3 runs to St. Anthony in the top half of the last chance 7th inning. That made it 5-4. Now the Rams are playing from behind here in the bottom of the 7th.
Yep, tough break. Got to credit St. Anthony, heart of a champion, not giving up, not quitting. Now Mount Vernon down the run will have to try to make a comeback.
And it'll be up to Tyler Ellis to get started. Where's 8 traditionally, but where's number 7 in the gray unit?
That's the throwbacks.
Oh, I got to get the hot hands out.
50 in the sun, maybe, but not in the shade where we're at.
Got to stay productive. Here comes the first pitch to Ellis, and that's going to miss high. 1-0 to Tyler. Stood to be the winner a moment ago. Well, come back to that. 1-0 coming. That's going to catch inside, and a 1-1 to Tyler. You usually don't see him bat too often, but has been called upon today. And on the 1-1 shows bunt. Pops his foul back to us, and it's going to be 1 ball, 2 strikes. Glad I had this in my pocket. Yeah, glad I did. Do I have to shake it or something? No. Thought I did.
Just open the packet up.
Oh, there we go. The mix. And that'll plunk him somewhere. Sounded like I knew where it was, but I'm not sure.
Side rib cage.
Let's shake the pouch to activate the ingredient.
Courtesy runner, maybe. No. Nope. Tim Holloway wants to talk to his batters.
So let's see.
Before Pike comes up, followed by Thomas and Young.
Shake the pouch. This break in the action hour is powered by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, where customer care is their top priority. Of course, his hot hands expired like in January.
Yeah, I know, but they should be all right now.
Good. So Pike will stand in, runner on first, trying to bunt his way aboard and get the runner over. Here comes the throw down to first base, and it's a 5-3 sacrifice.
Yep, runner advances to second. Tying runs 180 feet away now.
That'll bring in Landon Thomas now for the Rams. 3 at the plate, but definitely due at that sort of instant.
Now visits a mound from Effingham St. Anthony.
Wow, shaking the hot hands pouch is apparently a hot topic right now.
It is?
Yes.
Where?
On the Hugo Nation mobile device.
Oh.
Hot hands. Not on Twitter yet. Not the latest Twitter craze, I guess.
Hashtag be careful doing that stuff.
Yeah. I don't want to get this all over me or something. Burn up. Kind of weird how it works.
Oh, watch that frozen ice.
Yep. So the 1 out, Landon Thomas will stand in, a runner in scoring position, so an RBI chance. See if the Rams can tie it up here. Pitch on the way, and Thomas is going to rake this one towards center field. Will it be a sac fly? Is it deep enough? Ellis is not going to be able to tag, so there's 2 away.
Ball was hit too much on a line. Landon got a good swing at it, but just hit it too good, too well. on a line to center field for an out. Now the Rams are down their final one.
So last chance will be Colin Young. Rams need a big hit here. They trail 5-4 in the bottom half of the 7th inning of Game 1. We'll have Game 2 coming your way after this. Probably a little closer to the 1 o'clock hour, if I had to say. Of course, it's getting close to the 1 o'clock hour now. It's a big curveball inside across the corner. And it's 0-1. Young is 0 of 2 today, believe it or not. Or 0 of 3, rather. Shortstop has been a factor 2 out of 3 times. As we wait the 0-1. Tying run at second base with 2 outs. He is going. And they panic, and they're wanting the balk.
They didn't get a balk? Well, we got all kinds of things going on.
So the infield umpire was screaming safe.
Broke his hands. That was a balk, and they got it right. In the massive confusion, they got it right. When the pitcher broke his hands before coming off the mound, that's a balk. They got it right, late, but got it right, and now we'll play.
So Young will step back in. A runner on third base after the balk. 2 outs. Last chance. Here comes inside. That's going to block Young. So runners are at the corners, and that'll bring up the big bat of Colton Metter.
Well, this game has gotten rivetingly exciting here between the two teams. A little chatter, a little sassing. Hoodies are back out. Ready to go.
Center bring in Metter. Go ahead run on first, tying run on third. 5-4 ball game, bottom of the 7th inning. 2 outs here for the Rams. St. Anthony trying to shut her down. Holscher trying to pick up the win. Here comes the pitch on the way. Metter's going to rake this one into right field. We're tied at 5. Young is going to be raved around second, headed for third. It is going to be misplayed out and right. Young is going to slide. It'll be first and third on the RBI single by Metter, who just solidified his case for player of the game.
Yeah, that pretty well, and now things go back the other way. Wow.
I know what I'm not hoping for.
Yeah.
Of course, we will instruct Avery Barton back at the studio that we will just start from the top between innings. If we go extras. 5-5 score, runners at the corners, 2 outs. In steps Trevor Flota, takes one high, and it's 1-0. He could be hero. So a quick 1-0 count for Flota. Rams baseball, of course, is presented by Community First Bank. Now trying the OFB. They're going to let him have second base. At least gets the runner to second. So the force balk play works out. Doesn't get the balk, but it gets the runner advanced to second base. And now 2 in scoring position with 2 out in the bottom of the 7th inning. Time has been called. Time is back in. So game on. 1-0 count. 2 gone here in the 7th. Well, just going to look 1 low, and it's now a 2-0 count.
Well, Tyler Ellis could go from winner to loser to winner. They're going to walk Flota.
So they're going to set up the force anywhere. Sawyer Harrison's excited.
Sawyer Harrison's ready.
He's got so an IBB.
Here we go.
Not sure if that's Sawyer Harrison or a rabbit bird in the dugout. Here it comes. First pitch sails low and away to Williams.
Cage Squatch, 1-3. We Squatch walking in from the county to find out what that call was about.
The 1-0 pitch on the way to Williams. He could be the hero now, and he'll take a strike on the outside corner for 1 ball, 1 strike. Rams baseball, as always, is powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Next one on the way, and that'll be a ground ball, tapped foul. First base side, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Kind of reached on that one. Takes a hit.
Makes a blooper in the left center field, or right center. Plenty of real estate. 1-2 coming. Reaches out for it. Sends it through, and that could do it, but there's going to be a play at first base. No, there won't. The Rams will win it. Matthew Williams pokes one to the right side of the infield. The second baseman gave it a valiant effort. Lorenz couldn't come up with it. The Rams are going to win it 6-5. We'll tell you all about it in this Mr. Relay postgame show. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
I know you've heard about mortgage rates being all-time lows, but have you done anything about it yet? Hi, I'm Rick Pigg, mortgage lender at Community First Bank. There's never been a better time at buying a home or refinancing an existing mortgage. The sooner you act, the more you save. and we'll be there to help you through every step of the way. For more information, visit us at comfirstbank.net or stop by one of our 5 locations.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It's hard not to keep dreaming about all the fun that lies ahead in the summer months. Hi, Roy Schmidt, Dodge Chrysler Jeep dealer at King City Chrysler, Mount Vernon. Maybe you need a new Chrysler Town & Country before you head on to a summer vacation. Or perhaps you should look at a new Dodge Grand Caravan before loading up the kids for that next excursion. Right now you can save $2,750 on your new minivan with $2,000 in customer cash plus an owner loyalty discount of $750. Or qualified buyers can choose 0% financing for 60 months. Your summer getaways and family adventures just became a lot easier with these amazing incentives on the Dodge Grand Caravan and Chrysler Town & Country. King City Chrysler has over 25 minivans in stock just for you. Browse our inventory online at kingcitychrysler.com or see one of our associates at 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois.
What does technology sound like? Is it the clang of heavy machinery, the beeps and chirps of an electronic gadget? At the new Good Samaritan Regional Health Center, technology sounds a little something like this.
It's the sound of a young girl excited because her mom's being released the same day as her minimally invasive surgery. Thanks to the Da Vinci surgical robot, our surgeons' hand motions are seamlessly translated into smaller, more precise movements. But surgery isn't the only way Good Samaritan is raising the bar for advanced healthcare in Southern Illinois.
That's the sound of a patient's health record being updated and stored electronically for immediate access by nurses, primary care doctors, and specialists alike. That's why soon, the new Good Samaritan Regional Health Center will use all electronic patient health records. Less paper translates to faster, better care for you. And that sounds a little something like this.
The new Good Samaritan Regional Health Center, raising a hospital, raising the bar.
Southern Illinois now has a better home for sports. It's the all-new WMIXSports.com. Jam-packed with local scores, video highlights, and archives of every local sports broadcast on WMIX. Did your team win? Missed that game-winning shot last night? Didn't catch your favorite coach on the Saturday sports show? WMIXSports.com is right at your fingertips. On your computer, your smartphone, your tablet, or your video game console. It's the all-new WMIXSports.com. Another free service from Withers Broadcasting. This is Mount Vernon Rams baseball on WMIX. The Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show starts now.
And we welcome you back to Brennan Klein Field. Exciting fashion on the come-from-behind win for the Mount Vernon Rams, 6-5. This is your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. And, of course, Schmidt Chevrolet, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon. See their inventory online at schmidtchevrolet.com. And it took an hour and 55 minutes, but this game finally got in. The Rams are now 13-5.
Yeah, as a good. I mean, you're happy that you win, but the way you got there, probably not what Tim Holloway and crew wants to mess with. But you can learn a lot more when you win, and the Rams will do that today.
That they will. Let's check out the Heartland County post.
For the Bulldogs, 5 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors, 8 left on base. The Rams were 6 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors, 9 left on base. Tyler Ellis is your winner. Alex Holscher is your loser. In a game that took 1 hour and 55 minutes, the Rams go to 13-5 on the year with a 6-5 win over the Effingham St. Anthony Bulldogs.
Get started right. Let Heartland Accounting help make your business a success. 3000 Broadway, Suite 2B, your small business expert, Heartland Accounting. We'll come back with the Red Lake College player of the game. Rams win game 1, 6-5. This is Brownford Baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
I'm Kevin Snyder with a look at your next rad weather. For the afternoon, it will be partly sunny and milder, high around 60. A mainly clear and chilly night tonight with a low of 43. Then tomorrow, breezy and warmer, partly sunny with a high 75. Variably cloudy and warm Monday with a shower or thunderstorm around in the afternoon, high of 73. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
Don't just dream about a better job, go get it with scores of programs that take 2 years, 1 year, or even just a few months to complete. Red Lake College is your gateway to a career you'll love. From nursing to coal mining, from computer programming to cosmetology, and everything in between. Red Lake College is affordable, convenient, and ready to get you trained for your new job fast. Call us at 618-437-5321 or visit us at rlc.edu. you.
Find us on Facebook under WMIX Sports. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back, Rams Baseball, WMIX, WMIXSports.com, your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. As we wrap things up here for game number 1. 6-5 is your final. We owe you a Red Lake College player of the game, and I know Williams ends up getting the walk-off hit. But Colt Metter really helped get the Rams in that position.
Well, 3 for 3 today, a run scored, an RBI. What a big day to play once again for Colt Metter. I think you're right.
Well, a great day indeed. Red Lake College will save you thousands in your college education. Log on to rlc.edu to find out how. We'll instruct our engineer to play the closing. We'll call back in a little bit. For Danny Czerwinski, for Avery Barton, back to the stage, and for everyone at Withers Broadcasting, thank you for listening to Mount Vernon Rams Baseball. I'm Chris Hugo. So long for now.
Thank you for listening to Mount Vernon Rams Baseball on WMIX and online at WMIXSports.com. Rams Baseball has been presented by the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams, Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. The Mount Vernon Rams on WMIX are also sponsored in part by Ren Lake College. See how you can save thousands on your education at rlc.edu. The Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a Hospital. Raising the Bar. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Sarah Staley, your country financial agent. Heartland Accounting. And by Central Christian Church. Your home for news, talk, sports, and America's best music, WMIX. Find archived broadcasts of Rams baseball at WMIXSports.com.